Now, some people will block it, but
I can't afford for Hannah and RJ to be first string.
no, not at that age. That's a tough age right now. It's tough because if they do, they can be they stop and then they don't go back. Because that age range, that's the age where it drops off. It's I mean, it's one thing we've talked about with Sophie a lot. You just this is such a crucial. We're ready to do this. Am I in the truck? No, we were talking. I know. Hey, I like that anniversary thing there. That looks good. Well, let's do this thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're a bunch of losers.
So I guess these speakers here are new.
The following program is a special presentation of Cleveland Community College.
It is an absolutely gorgeous Sunday afternoon on the campus of Cleveland Community College, and the final regular season game of the 2022 season as the Cleveland Community College Yetis host the Eagles of Wake Tech. The Yetis looking to get the sweep this weekend as we, hard to believe, wrap up the 2022 regular season, and it has certainly been home sweet home this year in Yetis Athletic Park. Yetis looking for win number 15, and here we are, Tim Foster, and a guy that I got to do the very first home game here with back in February, my good friend Rob Roop. Rob, unbelievable. We talk about that first weekend as the starting lineups are certainly happening right now. Yetis went 0-3 against Patrick and Henry. Since that time, Rob, 14-2 in this park. Rob, welcome back in, and what about that record? It has certainly been a sweet home field advantage this year.
I tell you what, Tim, it seems like yesterday we were sitting here celebrating the opening of this park and getting ready for all those events, and I think back to that day and you wonder, what did that emotion do in that first series? You're 0-3, but like you said, since then they've settled in at home, and what a phenomenal season this has been for the Yetis.
Well, Rob, let's look back to yesterday. Yetis won Game 1 10-6. And then they won that very emotional, got a little chippy victory, 3-2, that secured the 3 seed. We'll talk about seeding going into the Region 10 playoffs. We're going to have the national anthem here momentarily. Your thoughts, so quickly, about those two games yesterday?
I tell you what, you can tell you're getting at the end. And like you said, especially in that game, too, a lot of emotion kind of started to spill out amongst the two teams. And you're getting to the point now where it's win, and you got to win. I mean, that's where you're at now. You've got to win games. And you saw two teams yesterday leave everything they had on the field for that game.
No doubt about that. Tyler Dawson certainly happy with the way his team's playing. Let's go on the field for our national anthem.
This time, please stand as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Our national anthem here at Yetis Athletic Park on the campus, of Cleveland Community College. We get you ready for Game 3, the regular season finale. Wake Tech, the Eagles from Raleigh, in town to take on the Yetis of Cleveland Community College. Tim Foster, Rob Roop, live with you this afternoon on YouTube and the rebroadcast on C19 TV. And Rob, as we mentioned, you think about the Yetis at home this season. We said 14-5. And let's look inside the numbers as we get ready, and we'll talk about our starting pitcher here for the Yetis momentarily. Inside the numbers, Yetis have already had an 8-game winning streak this season at home, Rob. They're currently on a 6-game winning streak, and as we talked about, they've won 14 out of 16, and that includes a 3-0 record against Gaston Community College squad that's been ranked in the top 10 a good bit of the season.
Yeah, I think Gaston College got as high as, I believe it's third in the nation at one point, and so there it speaks to how far this program has come. I think you look at the pieces that are in place, the foundation that's being built. When you look at our local baseball, the way it's being played at our local high schools, I think it's going to have an impact on what's happening here at Cleveland Community College. And Tim Foster, I'm very excited about the future of this program, not only the present. I am so excited about the future of what could be Yeti baseball.
The Yetis come in 26-21, 18-14 in region play. They're actually tied for the number 2 team in the league right now, which is Patrick and Henry. We'll talk a little bit more about that and implications. Rob, there's a lot of implications in today's game, and you just saw momentarily the starting pitcher today, which will be Graham Brown. There he is from Harrisburg, North Carolina. What's Brown need to do for the Yetis to try to get their third sweep against an opponent here in Yetis Athletic Park this season?
I think, once again, for any starting pitcher at any level of baseball, you can't give them base runners. You've got to make them earn it. You can't have walks, hit by pitches, throwing the ball away. Throw strikes, work the strike zone, allow the defense to play behind you. If you do that, you limit their scoring opportunity.
Wake Tech is 25-24, and they're 17-17 in region play coming into the final day of the regular season. It'll be Cam Verrier followed by Wayne Mize and Kel Laird, the 1-2-3 to start this top of the first inning. And Rob, the interesting thing about that game 1 yesterday, the Yetis put 8 on the board in the bottom of the first, and then we saw Wake Tech come back and put 6 on the board in the third. Then it was defense the rest of the way until the Yetis got a couple of insurance runs. That was an interesting game and a good one in game 1 yesterday.
You know, you really saw a 2 different type of game yesterday with the runs put on the board in game 1. Really a great pitcher's duel in game 2. It's going to be interesting to see what performance do we have today. I'll be excited to see either one.
No doubt about that. Here's Cam Verrier leading off for the Eagles of Wake Tech, who had a solid 2 games yesterday in losses in both of them, but these were 2, as we mentioned, emotional ball games with a lot on the line. The Yetis have already secured the number 3 seed going into the Region 10 tournament, but they want this game. They've still got a chance for a 2 seed. We'll talk more about that as we are underway. Graham Brown with the first pitch, and it's high to Verrier, the left-handed batter. Rob, one thing, as we've had a good bit of the year, wind is picked up. We're going to watch the skies. Slight chance of rain in the forecast this afternoon.
Yes, absolutely.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Brown. And it's in there, 1-1. Got our whole crew and with a lot of people to thank throughout our broadcast, as this is our final broadcast of the season. And what a year it has been. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2 to left-handed batter Cam Verrier, leadoff batter for Wake Tech.
That's what I like there. Brown really challenging the batter. I like that, Tim. I want to see that throughout the game.
Robert Dudley, head coach of the Eagles from Raleigh, North Carolina, here in Cleveland County this weekend. Here is a shot. It's hard hit. It's still drifting, and left fielder got it. There were a lot of hard-hit balls yesterday, and Rob, we would see the wind kind of blow it a little bit out into left field, a little bit into right field. It's going to be tricky for the outfielders.
See, what a lot of people don't realize, Tim, when I come to the games, I have this big giant wind turbine on the back of my truck.
So it's
and
even
I get
worse.
Here, I flip it on, and it makes it even worse. So
it's kind of like a little bit of wind, and then you take
and
it
I
to
show
another
up
level.
And it goes to a whole different level when I get here.
There's Wayne Mize, 1 down in the top of the first. Mize, who started game 2 yesterday. And here's Graham's pitch to Mize, swing and a miss. Wake Tech in their darker blue jerseys and the lighter blue numerals. Yetis in the dark blue jerseys, white numerals. I just love the Yeti uniforms. We talked about that all year, Rob. Here is the 0-1 pitch, and it's a little bit low, 1-1. Rob, one thing that we have seen from the Yetis, and part of the success they've had here, is some late game heroics. I mean, they've had some magic in this park.
Yes, your home field cooking has been very tasty for these Yetis.
There's a 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2 now to right-handed batter Wayne Mize. Cale Laird on deck, the DH for Wake Tech. Good shot of Mize. Live this afternoon on YouTube, Game 3 of this 3-game set in the regular season finale. 1-2, and good job that time, Mize. Lets it drop down 2-2 count. Great thing about Yeti Athletic Park, Rob, we've seen a lot of pets out here. The fans bring their dog. We had a horse out here yesterday.
Wow,
you didn't lose a horse, did you?
I did not.
Do you have any horses at the Roop Estate?
That is something we do not maintain at the Roop Estate.
That's what I was thinking. 2-2 pitch to Mize, and it's popped up. This could be a fairly easy play, but that wind is making it a little bit tougher, but a nice play by Casiato on the infield. And again, Rob, nothing's easy with this wind blowing right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, you pop anything up in the air like that. We've seen both fly balls have really been pushed by this strong wind here. So, again, it's going to be all about that concentration for those defenders.
It's a good start for Graham Brown, 2 down, and here's left-handed batter Cale Laird, the DH for Wake Tech. Both these teams will be in Region 10 postseason play next weekend in Morehead City. And that may have, I think that hit him. Yeah, Laird got hit yesterday in Game 2, and first base runner of the game is Laird, so he's on with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Matt Long, who hit a grand slam in Game 1 yesterday.
Batter with runners on, Tim.
Yeah, this wind, Rob, I was trying to see. It's kind of hard to tell. Is it blowing in or out?
It's going to take a poke to get one out of here.
That's what I'm thinking at this current time. But that could change.
It actually looks like it's blowing from right to left across the outfield. So.
Here is Brown's pitch too long. Fouled off. Back behind home plate. As we mentioned, Yeti's 6 consecutive wins on this field. Their last loss was Game 2 to Catawba Valley, and that was a series back, I believe, Rob, in early April.
It was.
As we are in, hard to believe, the first day of May, and May means playoff baseball is right around the corner.
Absolutely.
We're back to first, and Laird was in there safely. That's pitch along is high, 1-1 now. Tim Foster, Rob Roop from the campus of Cleveland Community College. Game 3 of this 3-game set with Cleveland Community College and Wake Tech. Runner's going, and he thought about it. Now he gets back to first. Fastball was high, 2-1.
Yeah, give Laird a lot of credit over there at first base, really causing Brown to think about what he's doing over there. If I'm the Yetis, I'd rather have Brown. You got 2 outs. Focus on this batter right now.
Yeah, that's true. One of the important aspects of being a pitcher. And next pitch is high. It's 3-1. And I think you're right, Rob. I think Laird is certainly bothering Brown. We've seen that. You know, we talked about that yesterday in that Game 2. It seemed like that Absher, the pitcher for Wake Tech, seemed to get a little rattled, which led to that home run. 3-1 is a shot, and it's going to be out into left. Runner will head for third. The ball gets away, but Huber keeps it in front of him, and that is a single that moves Laird all the way from first to third, and just like that, Rob, Wake Tech's got runners first and third with 2 outs. Good piece of hitting from Long, and he showed his power there.
Yeah, again, that's Long, such a dangerous batter with guys on. Yet he's very fortunate to hold that runner at third and keep Long over there at first with a single. So, again, all important by focusing on this batter.
So here's Christian Smith looking to give Wake Tech an early lead, and he can do it with a base hit. Runners first and third, 2 outs. Top of the first. Pitch to Smith is in the dirt. And Turner did a good job of keeping it in front of him. And that's kind of been one of the big stories, Rob, of this series so far. Wake Tech has only had the lead for 1 inning in the first 2 games. They had that late lead, obviously, until the Huber home run yesterday. Next pitch to Smith is in there. It's 1-1. Graham Brown looks in. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Schmidt. And it's a little bit outside, Rob. 2-1. And, you know, we talked about how the Yetis got off to that great start in Game 1. Wake Tech would love to get a couple on the board, really put the Yetis in the hole. They certainly do not want to be swept here to the end of the regular season, especially going into the Region 10 tournament.
Yeah, you want some momentum.
2-1 is in there.
Nice pitch.
2-2. Schmidt didn't like it.
Yeah,
So it's a
Schmidt
2-2 count.
agree, but
And this is a big pitch here early.
I was wondering about the previous ones. I mean, there's game of inches, the game of baseball.
Yeah, we saw that on a couple of balls that fair foul yesterday.
Right, absolutely.
Down right field line. Runner's going to second, and now he's going back to third.
Got
he's
him.
out. And I'm not sure what was the confusion there, Rob. It looked like both runners were going to – what exactly happened there? I apparently missed that.
That's what you had. The runner at first took off to second. Either they were going to try to draw a throw from the catcher to get the runner home, or when he turned to look at the runner going, that's when you're running from third base. Like he had the opportunity to go home. Good job there by the Yeti defense to get it back over to third base.
Surprised about that play, though, with a 2-2 count. Very interesting to call it at that time.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they sent the runner from first.
Sure.
I'm surprised that when the guy at third base should have had a more recollection of where he was and who had the baseball.
So half an inning in the books and no score as Wake Tech runners thrown out at third base. Tim Foster and Rob Roop with you. And Rob, let's talk a little bit about the Region 10 tournament and going into today, this final day. Right now, as far as region records, the Yetis are 18-14 in the 3 spot. Patrick and Henry is 18-14. Now they own the tiebreaker. They beat the Yetis 5 out of 6 games during this regular season. But they've got 2 games today. If you're watching live with Guilford Tech, if the Yetis were to win this game this afternoon and Patrick and Henry were to lose one of those 2, Yetis, Rob, could move all the way up to that number 2 seed. So there's still a lot to play for this afternoon.
Yeah, exactly right. Like you said, Tim, a lot of opportunities to get that 2 seed. And, again, but if you're the Yetis, you take care of what you can take care of, take care of this game, and let the other take care of itself.
No doubt about that. Well, we talked about the weather this afternoon. Kind of partly cloudy skies, but a nice afternoon. Slight chance of rain possibly in the forecast. And on the mound, Rob, for Wake Tech, it's going to be Austin Thompson. And for the Yetis, a 1-2-3, Mason Dugas, Darian Munoz, and Robert Moya to start this bottom of the first. And, boy, wouldn't they love to have another bottom of the first like they had in Game 1 yesterday.
That's exactly right. Let's see if we can do that again. That's exactly right.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We'll see if they can do that here in the bottom of the first. And Dugas is a guy, you're talking about guys that have been hot, Rob, because you look at the last 4 games, 18 runs against Gaston in Game 1, 6 runs in Game 2. 10 runs in Game 1. Of course, those 3 runs in that 3-2 game. This is a team that's been hitting the ball well.
And the thing I like, Tim, the change in this lineup, like we said, with Dugas leading off, Kel Sneathan moving down to the 9-hole.
Right.
Really what you're going to have when you get into a game now, you got 2 leadoff guys now that can really set up this offense. I love that change in this lineup.
And 2 guys that are great on the bases. Remember, the Yetis are in the top 20, Rob, in the country in stolen bases right now. So here's Dugas with Thompson, his first pitch. And it's outside. Mason Dugas, leadoff batter for the Yetis this afternoon in Game 3. Here is the next pitch from Thompson. Next pitch to Dugas. Fouls it off. I believe 1-2 count now, Rob?
Yep, 1-2.
So 1-2, as we mentioned, Darren Munoz on deck. And this is a lineup, Rob. I tell you that right now there's not a lot of weak spots in it. Everybody has been hitting so well. 1-2 to Dugas, and he stays alive, fouls it. First base side. We now have, Rob, the dugout cam for the Yetis.
I love it.
That we have added throughout the season, as you'll see throughout the broadcast. Our wonderful crew in the truck. 1-2 is fouled off again. That's one thing I've noticed too, Rob, especially again in the last 10 or 12 games. The Yeti batters a lot longer at bats. They've seen the ball. And at this point of the season, when you're, 45, 46, 47 games in the season, that's not unusual.
Absolutely. Yeah, you've got your timing down now. Now you want to see a lot of pitches. You're able to fight some of those off.
Dugas fouls it off again, first base side, Thompson's pitch.
And the thing here, Tim, with the leadoff man in Dugas, not only is he seeing a lot of pitches, he's allowing those other guys over there in the dugout to see a lot of pitches too.
And that's crucial, Rob. Sometimes you
Absolutely.
forget about that, but that is crucial for a batter. You know, you obviously a lot of times you see guys from small, high school all the way up, and they're in the dugout, but they're observing what the pitches are.
Absolutely.
For their at bats. Here's a 1-2 again, and there's a base hit from Mason Dugas, who has done it a lot this season. Leadoff hit. And a great start for the Yetis as he's at first. Just a great at-bat there to start the game.
Again, we saw him fight off several pitches, get one he can drive. He pulls it down the right field side for the base hit.
So here's Darren Munoz with Dugas at first. Bottom of the first inning, just underway, no score. Munoz has really played well recently, both with the bat and defensively. Here's Austin Thompson's pitch. It's low, good eye there. Mentioned Yetis in their blue jerseys, the white numerals with the green trim around those numerals. And Rob's starting to get a good crowd here at the stadium.
Absolutely.
Next pitch is inside, 2-0. Yetis got off, as we mentioned, an unbelievable start in Game 1 yesterday, and they'd love to do that again. Robert Moya on deck. Moya had Rob was talking about Moya, as big as that home run from Huber was. Moya's at bat when he got on base, that was like an 11-pitch at bat, and there was a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
That set up that winning home run yesterday, no doubt about it. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Munoz. It's high, it's 3-0. And the Yetis would love to have a couple on with Moya coming to bat. You taking here, Rob, if you're Munoz?
Absolutely.
3-0 pitch. And it's in there, 3-1. Yetis 26-21, 18-14 in Region 10 West play. Coming into this first day of May and the regular season finale. Throw to first, and he's back in there. Dugas. The 3-1 pitch will be coming from starting pitcher Austin Thompson for Wake Tech. There's a ground ball. Third base side, and it gets
he's going to be
by.
safe.
Yep. It stayed fair.
He was able to get his. It looked like he was able to get his glove on the ball. Just could not get to it to field it cleanly.
Yeah, he did.
It was going to be an amazing play if he could got there.
Yeah, I guess the one big thing he did was kept Dugas from headed to third base by keeping it over near that third base side. And as we've seen Munoz with a lot of those shots and pitches that he's hit to third base side. So runners first and second.
Tim Foster, we are in the bottom of the first inning, my friend, and we already have Yetis in the woods. Yetis in the woods. Let's chase them home.
Let's see if we can chase them home. Robert Moya, who had that big walk yesterday, had a couple of hits. Runners, though, first and second, nobody out, as the Yetis looking for another big first inning that we have already seen earlier in this series this weekend. First pitch to Moya, and
nice catch.
What a catch out there. Rob, I believe that was made by Ferrari, and it was. That thing looked like he could go over his head. That was a rocket because it went into his glove, and it was not an easy play, but a big out.
Yeah, good quick reaction by that young man to make the play. Playing right there behind second base. Outstanding job.
Here comes the hero of Game 2 yesterday, Mike Huber, with runners first and second, one out. Huber has already had 2 home runs this week. He had a 3-run shot against Gaston Community College, 2-run shot yesterday against Wake Tech, and runners first and second. He's got a chance to do some more damage. Goes straight up, and this is going to stay in, I believe, Rob, and a big out.
Yeah.
So Wake Tech was looking at nobody out, runners first and second. They get the big play over near second, and then a pop-up, and that is 2 big outs.
And give that catcher a lot of credit, able to make the play there, had his back to the infield, the way the wind's blowing, able to get in on that baseball and make the catch. Good job.
So it's up to Jenny Baroa now, runners first and second. Munoz at first, Dugas at second, but now 2 outs. And as we mentioned, a couple of great outs there for the Eagles. And Baroa steps away from the plate, back in. Starting pitcher Austin Thompson trying to get out of some first inning trouble here. First pitch is a little high, 1-0. Yetis, as we mentioned, they've won 14 of their last 16 games in this park. Next pitch is in the dirt, a good stop. That time by Pollard. If Baroa can get on, it'll be Tyler Cassiato, who has had a hot bat. You'd love to get him up.
Absolutely.
With possibly the bases loaded or already a run across.
Yeah, this would be a big out here for Wake Tech if they can limit where it's at right now.
It's a good shot of Thompson. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. It's outside, and all of a sudden it's 3-0. And as we mentioned, you got a hot batter on deck in Tyler Cassiato. 3-0 pitch. And it's in the dirt, and 4-pitch walk loads them up. And Rob, this is a crucial point in this game. This is, you talked about you won the first 2 in this series. You've got a chance with a big base hit here. A big hit, maybe it could bring in multiple runs. You could already start taking advantage. Or if you're Wake Tech, you can get out of a big jam, big at bat right here.
Yeah, I think in this game, it's hard to believe this early in the game. This is a huge at bat here in the first inning.
There's Tyler Cassiato. He had 5 RBIs earlier in the past week in a victory over Gaston Community College. He had a couple of hits yesterday in both games. And here he is at the plate with the bases loaded for the Yetis. 2 outs, bottom of the first. First pitch to Cassiato's inside. It's 1-0. Baroa at first. Munoz at second. Dugas is at third.
And I tell you, Thompson very fortunate to him in this half inning because the 2 outs that have been made were pretty good defensive plays by Wake Tech.
Yeah, and I've been really impressed with Wake Tech's defense all weekend. They're a solid defensive team. 1-0 pitch. It's a little grounder.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be a close play. The throw to first, and long call, but he got him. And I think it was the right call, but a great play. It was a tight play. But kudos to Wake Tech, who gets out of a big jam. 1 in the books. Wake Tech, Cleveland Community College, no score. You're watching Eddie Men's Baseball on YouTube and the rebroadcast on C19 TV.
Rehearsing and nursing a part. We know every card by heart. Overture, curtain lights. This is it. We'll hit the heights. And oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show. This is it.
Find your voice at the Cleveland Community College Summer Broadcasting Camp. Do you have something to say on air? Learn the skills to produce your own podcast. Own your vision and produce your own YouTube channel.
Discover the magic of chroma key and be a part of producing and directing a C19 TV show. Keep your focus at the Cleveland Community College Summer Broadcasting Camp, June 27th through 30th. Call Continuing Education at 704-669-4015.
Well, we got the music rocking in the stadium here at Yetis Athletic Park, and we head to the top of the second. No score. Yetis of Cleveland Community College and the Eagles of Wake Tech. And Rob, the big story, Wake Tech got out of a bases-loaded 2-out jam there in the bottom half of the first inning.
Yeah, the Yetis had an opportunity to put runs on the board early, give the Wake Tech a lot of credit, getting those 3 outs, some great defensive plays, and now you just got to know that you can get guys on. Now it's just a matter of getting them in.
You may have seen that spot there right coming out of the break. Summer broadcasting camp. I'm looking forward to that, and we invite all the 9th through 12th graders, Cleveland County students, to join me. We always have a blast at our broadcasting summer camp. That'll be coming up June 27th through the 30th. So Christian Smith, Rob, who was at the plate when runner was thrown out at third, will start off the top half of the second. The first pitch to Smith is a ball from Graham Brown. Smith will be followed by Nick Badgett and Joey Ferrari, who made that great defensive play back in the bottom of the first for Wake Tech. That's the batters scheduled here in the top of the second. Next pitch high, 2-0. Yetis certainly had opportunities there, but could not get a run across in the bottom of the first. 2-0 pitch is in there, 2-1 to Schmidt. Rob, both teams in game 2 yesterday, just 4 hits in that 3-2 victory.
Yeah,
it was a great game.
Yeah, great pitching matchup.
2-1's fouled off, 2-2 now to Schmidt, and that one, I think, got the Turner, the catcher, but he's okay. And in that second game yesterday, Rob, you really saw why both those teams are going to be in postseason play.
Absolutely.
They're worthy of being in postseason play.
Absolutely.
2-2 pitch to Schmidt, and it's in the dirt, a little bit low. 3-2, full count.
Yeah, that's what makes this series such a great tune-up for both these teams heading into postseason.
Nick Badgett on deck for the Eagles. From Raleigh, North Carolina, Wake Tech, the biggest community college in North Carolina. He got him with a nice pitch. That was a great pitch. It hit the inside corner and out one on the strikeout from Brown. 1 down, and here's Nick Badgett coming to the plate, the right-handed batter. Like Turner. They've been a little bit of pain there, the catcher. You know, he took that shot, Rob. I think he's still feeling that a little bit, but I think he's
a little bit.
Yeah, that catcher position is a tough one. Here's Badgett. First pitch from Brown. Low, 1-0. Tim Foster, Rob Roop with you live this afternoon on YouTube. Game 3 of a 3-game set. The Yetis and the Eagles. Next pitch is in there, 1-1.
I like that change of pace. That's a nice pitch.
Yeah, his changeups have been pretty solid so far. We're talking about for Graham Brown. Steady wind blowing here at Yetis Athletic Park on this Sunday afternoon. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Had him way out ahead of that one.
Joey Ferrari on deck. Here's Brown's 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Will this stay in play? I don't believe so. It's going to go over near the Yeti Club section and be foul. Big thanks to our whole crew in the truck this afternoon. Greg Tillman, Justin Roper, Danny Morton, Ben Swafford, Randy Evans. I tell you, Rob, some of the best guys you can work with. They've done a tremendous job all season long.
Absolutely.
tell you this wind, Rob, you know, we've talked about it. When you get these gusts, dirt can affect players' eyes.
Yes.
It can affect umpires. It can affect,
Affect
fans and
announcers.
announcers. 1-2 pitch is popped up. This one's going to go foul. Is anybody going to have a shot at it? No, as it hits the wall.
Yeah,
and that's
right at the
been
base
one.
of the wall.
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about with this park, Rob. You have not seen a lot of plays made down the first base, right base side because you run out of room pretty quick.
Yeah, you run out of room pretty quick, and you don't want to go wide open into that big brick wall over there either. So
No.
if you play that a little more gingerly, I think, than you would other spots.
No, I think we know who's going to win that collision if that occurs.
But that's been something this year. You know, new season, new ballpark, learning how the ballpark plays.
That's a very good point. So 1-2 pitch coming again to Badgett. And it's low, 2-2. Yetis, as we mentioned, this 6-game home winning streak, a win over Gaston, or Catawba Valley, 3 wins over Gaston, 2 wins over Wake Tech. Here's a hard hit ball into center, drifting back. Center fielder, he actually has to come in, Rob, and the wind may have a lot
I
to
think
do
the
with
wind
that.
pushed it back in on him a little bit.
But an easy out, too. So 2 down here in the top of the second, and that'll bring up Joey Ferrari, who had, Rob, that big 2 RBI hit that at the time gave Wake Tech the lead in Game 2 yesterday. It actually hit right fair, right down the right field line against the wall as Dawson tried to make the play, couldn't hold on to it, and that scored 2 runs at the time for Wake Tech.
Joey Ferrari trying to get the engines revving.
He's getting it, yeah. He had him revving in Game 2
sir.
yesterday. A left-handed batter. But 2 down. First pitch in there for a strike.
Now batting number 2, Joey Ferrari.
0-1 to Ferrari. If he gets on, Kellen Pollard is on deck. One is split inside 1-1. One pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Two outs, 1-2 count now to Ferrari. No score, top of the second, Game 3 between Cleveland Community College and Wake Tech. 1-2 swing and a miss, and Graham Brown gets another strikeout. I believe, Rob, is that his second?
Second in the inning, yes, sir.
Second of the inning and a half in the books, and still no score between the Yetis and the Eagles of Wake Tech. And, Rob, you know, I was just thinking it's May 1st. It's hard to believe the 20th season of Armchair Quarterback starts in about 3.5 months. And the reason I brought that up, we're going to switch sports. I want to talk about the draft. And, of course, my wife, Amy, was really excited that Georgia set a record. They had 15 Georgia football players drafted. But we're excited because the Eagles drafted a couple of those guys.
Hey, you know, the big defensive lineman and the linebacker, I was very excited seeing those guys drafted. And again, I was telling somebody, this is the perfect season. If you're a sports fan,
yeah,
you're in the perfect season right now. We just had the NFL draft. Baseball's going. Basketball's still happening. Hockey's going. Golf's getting started. Racing's going on. So as a sports fan, this is the best time of year.
Let's talk about the Panthers, Rob. We know they've had their struggles. You know, it's kind of crazy. Brock Hill seems to be up in the air for the future training. I thought they did get a good draft pick. Then they didn't draft till the 4th round, or to the 3rd round. They moved up and got Matt Corral from Ole Miss. But it just seems like a lot of quarterbacks, but there still seems to be a lot of unknowns with the Panthers. Your thoughts about their draft?
Yeah, I think you looked at the draft. I think it wasn't nothing flashy.
Yeah,
but they addressed needs. That's what you want to do in the draft. That's what you see successful teams do as they try to build. I think the Panthers were all in on the Deshaun Watson deal when they were able to get him.
Yeah,
I think there were some other things they looked at. Thought about maybe trading for Baker Mayfield.
Too much, but too big of a contract.
Couldn't happen. So I think some good choices made draft-wise for the Panthers.
And I think the big question, though, Rob, when you think about it, and you know, you were talking in May, and folks may be saying, what are you talking about NFL? Well, it's right around the corner.
Yes.
But I still don't know that he feels solid about a quarterback,
That's
Rob.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's going to be the big question.
And, you know, we talked about, you mentioned Armchair fixing to get started coming up. the local high schools next week. Guess what? It's time for spring practice. It's hard to believe.
It really is. Got a brand new coach at Crest High School. Greg Lloyd at Kings Mountain will be, I guess, the longest tenured head coach going into this year.
Absolutely.
And, I can tell you one thing. You got a defending state champion. Shelby's going to be another big favorite. It's going to be a great year, but our 20th year, and we'll be back. And we'll talk more about C19 programs a little bit later on in our broadcast, a little bit later on. And, Rob, Thompson's getting his final warm-up pitches. The Yetis had some chances.
Absolutely.
What do you look for here in the bottom of the second for the Yetis?
I think if continue to do what you did, get those base runners out there, force him to work, get him in some uncomfortable positions, and find a way to get that timely hit to get that guy in.
There you see our score. No score, bottom of the second. Davis Turner will lead off, followed by Tico Pereira and Kel Sneathan here in the bottom of the second. So here is the starting catcher, Davis Turner, who's got some of our favorite walk-up music.
Yes, sir. Anybody that picks Audio Slave for walk-up music
get a little Audio Slave going.
Deserves to get a base hit.
Yeah, our good friend is the first pitch outside. Greg Tillman's got his band. I think he needs to add some Audio Slave.
I think he should to their
playlist of yesterday. They're going to be playing a lot around town this summer. Going to be a great place to go watch some music in Uptown Shelby. Next pitch is low, 2-0 to Davis Turner. And we have seen Thompson, Rob, a little bit of control issues at times already.
Yeah, I'd make it. If I'm a batter for the Yetis, I'm patient, make him work.
Next pitch is in there, 2-1 now to Davis Turner. Yetis had bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the first, but not able to get a run across. 2-1 pitch. It's hit third base side. And it's going to be rolling to the wall. This will be at least a double for Turner and a lead-off double. Another great start, Rob. We saw a lead-off batter and Dugas get on in the first. Lead-off double for Turner. Now, let's see, because you've already left, 3 on base. Now you want to see if you can get these Yetis across.
Here's what makes great offensive teams in baseball. When you have a lineup where your bottom can feed the top.
Yes.
And I think the Yetis have found that. They're able to feed the top of this lineup now. I think a big scoring opportunity now here for the Yetis.
Well, here's Tico Pereira, who just came back from injury. He'd been out the majority of the year in the last couple of weeks, and he's got an opportunity with the runner in scoring position and nobody out with Sneathan on deck. Here's the first pitch to Pereira. It's in there. So Davis Turner leadoff double for the Yetis. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Tico Pereira. And inside 1-1. No score, bottom of the second, but Yetis are threatening again here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's a shot that's going to be fouled, third base side. 1-2 count. Austin Thompson on the mound for Wake Tech. Here comes his 1-2 pitch. Fouled off first base side. Good job there for Tico to stay alive on that pitch.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, we talked about this lineup and how they're seeing so many pitches.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. And just goes foul, third base side. Yetis, Rob, have had a lot of balls that have gone to left field or that third base side, and they've already had a couple of hits off of a couple of them.
And I think you like to a lot of hard hit balls. So
yes.
Exit velocity looks real good right now off the bats.
There's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Tico Pereira goes down. Big strikeout for Austin Thompson one down. And that will bring up Kel Sneathen in that 9 spot here in Game 3 this afternoon with the runner in scoring position. And that'll flip it over. Dugas on deck. Big opportunity here. These two batters will be huge here for the Yetis. And again, Wake Tech is doing a good job so far getting out of some trouble. So here's Kel Sneathen, as we know from Rutherfordton, North Carolina. First pitch in there, strike from Thompson.
And as you heard from that walk-up music, and I agree, if Kel Sneathen gets on, he is definitely a hot stepper because he can get around those bases.
He is. That's perfect music, I think.
Absolutely.
For Kel. Hit a 3-run shot yesterday in Game 1 over the left field wall. Oh, 1 pitch. It's a ground ball. Throw to third, and they're going to get the runner. No, he's safe.
He slid under the tag.
He slid under the tag. Close play. Some of the faithful here from Wake Tech did not agree with that. So runner's going to be first and third. The ball, Rob certainly got there in time, but apparently the tag did not, as the leg of Turner was able to get under the tag.
Yeah, it looks like it was slid underneath the tag. So.
And no argument, Rob, from the Wake Tech coaching staff. So runners first and third, one out, excuse me. And Dugas, who's already had a hit, Rob.
Yeah, single back in the first. Second inning already, your second time up. That's opportunity for a big day.
So runners first and third, one out. And as Rob mentioned, Dugas already a base hit, and he's got a chance to get the first runs on the board for the Yetis this afternoon.
And like we said, Kel Sneathen definitely a threat to run over there at first base.
Tremendous speed. There he goes. Sneathen, and they're not even going to.
They have to eat it. See, that's what we saw that happen with Wake Tech. That's what they wanted to do there. You got on third base, just got too far off the bag.
He did. So 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Turner at third, Sneathen at second. And a 1-0 count coming to Mason Dugas. Inside. 2-0 count. Yetis loaded the bases up, came up empty in the first. And now they've got runners second, third, 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Already 5 base runners in the game for the Yetis.
Ground ball, and look, the runner back at third, gets the runner at first. And a big out, too. So runners second, third, now 2 outs with Darian Munoz.
Yeah, going to take a big 2-out hit here for Munoz to get him in.
Well, so far, Rob, the story of the game, the Yetis have had base runners.
Opportunities.
Have not been able to get them across so far. Thompson has done a good job. Here is a shot into center, still drifting, but the center fielder will make the play. Yetis have left 5 on base so far through the first 2 innings, and after 2, no score between the Yetis of Cleveland Community College and Wake Tech Community College. You're watching Yeti Men's Baseball live on YouTube and the rebroadcast on C19 TV.
Chef Paul Prudhomme once said, "You don't need a silver fork to eat good food." Well, on Cleveland County Kitchen, we don't have a silver fork, but we sure do serve up lots of good food. Hi, I'm Deborah Blanton. I hope you'll join me for the next Cleveland County Kitchen. Each month, we offer a complete farm-to-table experience. We visit local growers, we learn about nutrition, and wrap things up with wonderful meals prepared by our guest chefs. It's a lot of fun. I hope you'll join me for the next Cleveland County Kitchen.
We're back live on the campus of Cleveland Community College, and a great shot of some of the fans that are here watching this game 3. No score. Head to the top of the third. Wake Tech and the Yetis of Cleveland Community College, Tim Foster and Rob Roop. And again, Rob, as we talked about, Yetis have left 5 men on base so far through the first couple of innings, but some hard hit balls. They've stayed in the park. Good defense by the Eagles.
Yeah, I think you've seen great defense, as you said, by Wake Tech. But again, if you're the Yetis, you cannot keep leaving that number of men on base. It'll come back to bite you. You got to get those runs in.
There's Kellen Pollard to lead off for Wake Tech. He'll be followed by Tristan Blatt and Cam Verrier as the lineup will head back to the top. And there is a shot, and nice play in right field by Tico Pereira. One down, one pitch, one down here in the top of the third.
Got to like that pitching efficiency there. One pitch, one out.
And that will bring up Tristan Blatt. Graham Brown on the mound. First pitch right down the middle, strike to Blatt. Next pitch is low.
Yeah, if you're Wake Tech here, get Blatt on, like you said, back to the top of that lineup will be very important.
He hit him.
Second hit by pitch.
Yep. Second batter hit for Wake Tech, and runner on at first with one out. And as you mentioned, you bring back to the top of the lineup Cam Verrier, the lefty.
Yeah, flew out to left field last in his first at bat.
Number 5, Cam Verrier.
Good crowd making their way here into Yeti Athletics Park in the regular season finale. Yeti's 14-5 this season in this park, and would certainly love to get win number 15. Runner at first. This one is going to be popped foul of the Yeti club side. Yeti's trying to get Rob at home. Their third sweep as well. They swept Southwest Virginia,
right,
Guilford Tech, and win here. They would have that distinction as well against Wake Tech.
One thing we talked about, a great year when you take care of business at home, and that's what the Yetis have done, and we see what it's done heading to the playoffs.
Great point. So Tristan Blatt at first. He was hit. Here's the pitch from Graham Brown to Cam Verrier. And it's a little bit high, 1-1. Yetis have got leadoff runners and base hits from their leadoff batters in both innings, but as we said, not able to get any Yetis home so far. We're back to first. It's in there. That's one thing we've talked about all season long, Rob. We'll talk a little bit more about the views here in this park after this next pitch. There goes a runner, and he'll be safe. Blatt's safe in scoring position with one out at second. I know whether you're on the Yeti Club side, Rob, that view behind home plate, even down first and third base line, just so many great views in this park.
Yeah, even seeing some folks I saw pull up, they're parking out in the outfield. They're on top of the hill watching
Sure.
the game. So it's a great place to come and visit and check out some baseball action. And I'll be honest, I cannot wait to see the softball facility finished. That's as well.
So excited about that and the job that Ronald Beaver and his squad, they're headed to the
Absolutely.
great chance to the girls softball playoffs as that next pitch is high. Full count now to Verrier. And Rob, if he can get on, you could have two Eagles on base with just one out.
Comes a very dangerous inning if he's able to reach.
Wayne Mize on deck. Full count. Pitch. And Verrier's going to sneak it down a bunt. It's a beauty. Throw to first, and they do get him, I believe. No, he's safe.
He beat it out. And that allowed the runner to advance from second, too. So runners on the corner.
Great bunt, Rob. When you think about a 3-2 pitch to lay down that bunt.
Yeah, that
takes a lot of guts, and he
sure
laid it down
does.
perfectly, and his speed got him at first, and now runners at first and third with just one out. So the Yetis, who had runners on base, and Wake Tech got out of a jam. Now it's going to be up to the Yetis to get out a little bit of a jam. And what's this infield discussion about right now?
I think, once again, one of those deals you want to calm your pitcher down a little bit, remind him what made him so successful in innings 1 and 2. And I think also, Tim, you've got to talk about what's coming up now with this lineup for the Eagles as well. Very dangerous part. So, again, settling your pitcher down.
The bunt was laid down beautifully from Verrier, so he, is at first. Blatt's at third. And Wayne Mize will come to the plate with just one out. And if you're the Yetis, Rob, double play was something that could be in play. Or will we see Verrier very quickly maybe make that that steal option here?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see him go from first pretty early on.
Here's Brown's pitch to Mize. There is a hard hit ball. This will get a run in if it stays in the park, which it does. Runner's going to tag, and he will score easily, and Wake Tech takes a 1-0 lead. And Rob, that bunt laid down perfectly, and you do a little small ball that leads to a sac fly. There's a lot of ways to get runners across, and we see it there from Wake Tech.
Yeah, you get that run to third, less than 2 outs, and good opportunity to get that runner in, and Wake Tech's able to do it there.
Wake Tech now 1-0 lead here, top of the third. And that will bring up, Kel Laird, the DH, with a runner at first and now 2 outs. But the Yetis had some opportunities early, couldn't do it. Wake Tech capitalizes to get the early 1-0 lead. Runner going, and ball gets away from Turner. So in scoring position is Verrier.
Second stolen base of the inning for Wake Tech.
Comes the 1-0 pitch from Brown to Verrier. Wake Tech 1-0 lead, top of the third, game 3 of this 3-game series. There is a hard hit ball, but it should be an easy play for Tico Pereira out in right, and it is. But the big story there, Rob, Wake Tech gets on the board, 2.5 in the books, and Wake Tech leads the Yetis of Cleveland Community College 1-0. And guys, in the truck, let's check out our graphic and our upcoming ways to watch the political forums for both Cleveland County Commissioner and Cleveland County School Board that you can check out. And those are on Spectrum Cable C19, as well as C19.tv. You can watch Rob anytime. Of course, that event was sponsored by Cleveland Community College, C19 TV, Cleveland County Chamber, and the Star. So we invite you to watch both of those. And Rob, early voting underway in this county.
It is, and I'll tell you this, Tim Foster, I watched both of those forums to make myself a more informed voter.
Yes.
To know who I want to vote for, and like you said, early voting going on. I encourage you to check out both of those programs so you know who you would like to vote for and understand what the issues are.
Good shot of our fans here, the Yeti Club section. Rob, me and you have known each other over 30 years, 35 years. Politics, we talked about a lot. You were even a guy that ran for some office back in the high school days and things. But me and you talk about those issues, and they're so important. And one way that you can influence, exercise your right to vote. There are a lot of countries that don't have that option, Rob. I mean, a lot of times that sounds cheesy, but it is true.
It is absolutely true. And you see it around the world. So as you said, I encourage you to go vote. And again, I encourage you to watch programs like those forums, because I'm going to be honest with you. For me, an uninformed voter can be a dangerous voter.
Sure.
Get yourself informed. Understand the issues. Know what you believe, and find those same people that are running that believe what you believe in. That lets you know that you're voting for what you feel like is the right person.
Well, you're seeing great shots all over the Yetis Athletic Park. Rob, I was just thinking, this park was dedicated June 1 of last year, 2021.
Yes.
We were here February 12th for the ribbon cutting in the very first game. And here we are, May 1st. It's been a successful year. And the very first year the Yetis are eligible for postseason play, they're there. That's exciting stuff.
It's absolutely phenomenal. Like you said, Tim, I mean, you could not write it any better if you were writing it into a book.
No doubt about it. Robert Moya leads off for the Yetis, bottom of the third. He'll be followed by Mike Huber. Janelle Baroa. This is a kind of a power part of the lineup, Rob, but the Yetis have not been able to get those runs across down 1-0 here early.
And now, you like we said, you've had opportunities getting them on. Now you got to find a way to get them in.
Austin Thompson still on the mound for Wake Tech. First pitch to Moya. And hard hit ball into left field, and that'll be a leadoff base hit. All 3 innings,
Yes.
the Yetis have been on base.
Yeah.
Leadoff batter.
Another base runner, and as you said, Tim, the leadoff man's been on every inning. Moya first time up, flew out to the shortstop. That great play at short. Now he's on via the base hit.
And I believe Hoover popped out behind home
He
plate.
did, yeah, popped up to the catcher.
So here's Mike Hoover, 0 for 1 in the game, but Moya's at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. First pitch in there, first strike. Hoover, who leads the team in home runs. We mentioned Yetis in the top 20 in the country in Junior College Division II in stolen bases. Next pitch outside, 1-1. Rob Yetis, several individual players who are ranked nationally as well, including Parker Canup, Kyrus Dawson in stolen bases individually. And Rob, a lot of times as that pitch is in the dirt, a lot of times we talk about, we know there's a lot of great baseball at the university level, no doubt about it, but there's some great programs in junior college as well.
Absolutely.
In a lot of different sports. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3-1 now to Hoover. On deck is Janelle Baroa for the Yetis. Three-one pitch. Outside, and again, Rob, we saw Yetis with bases loaded in the bottom of the first come up empty. Runners second, third, one out, bottom of the second came up empty. And here we are, runners first and second, bottom of the third, nobody out, and another opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, let's think about it, Rob. Realistically, Yetis could at least have 2 runs across on the
Absolutely.
board. But give Wake Tech credit defensively. This has been the point where they've made some big plays.
Yeah, they have. Let's see if they can do it again, because now they're going to have to work out of a problem.
Baroa looking to bunt, ball's in the dirt. And, that's one thing I thought about, Rob. There were some opportunities in Game 2 yesterday that me and Guy Suttle, who has done such a great job with us all year long on a broadcast career, we thought maybe the Yetis may try to bunt here or there. Maybe is this an opportunity, Rob? We may see that.
But I wonder, though, at this part of the lineup, with what you've been getting out of these guys, it'd be awful hard for me to pull the bat out of those hands.
He is thinking about bunt, and it's inside again, 2-0. You see the first baseman coming in a little bit, Rob.
My thing is now I've got him charging on me every time. I'm going to pull that bat back and swing away. And that's going to put his heart in his throat.
Little strategy, little chess match going on. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and he pitches high again. All of a sudden, Thompson's having some control issues.
Strike zone jumping around on him, Tim.
And Rob, if he can get on, it would be the second time in this game that the Yetis have had the bases loaded. 3-0 count. Runners first and second for the Yetis. They're down 1-0, but they're threatening again in the bottom of the third. And the ball gets away. Doesn't matter. Runners are good in advance. 4 pitches and 4 balls, and all of a sudden, Rob, here we go again. This time, nobody out. Runners
I was about to say,
bases loaded. Last time we had
that was going to get us a visit.
Yeah, visit. Remember back in the first, I believe there was 1 out when the bases were loaded. So now, Rob, let's look at from both teams' perspective right now. Obviously, Wake Tech's got the 1-0 lead in the bottom of the third. Yetis have left 5 men on base. Coming to the plate is going to be Tyler Casiata, who's been really hot. So the Yetis right now, obviously, you need that big hit. This has been kind of the point where you've either popped out, maybe hit into a we're going to have a pitch and change, guys, and we're going to go let's take a break, and we're going to have a big at bat with the bases loaded. We'll come back, Wake Tech up 1-0, pitch and change, and you are watching Yeti Men's Baseball live on YouTube, the rebroadcast on C19. We'll be back with a big at bat right after this.
Hi, I'm Megan Pope, your host of Woman to Woman, a show about women for women. Each month, we feature guests that highlight topics that focus on self-care, health, and well-being, and a variety of other topics for women young and well-seasoned here in Cleveland County. So join me right here on Woman to Woman on C19 TV and C19.TV, a broadcast service of Cleveland Community College.
Hey everyone, I'm Tim Wisher, welding instructor at Cleveland Community College, and today I'd like to take a little time and tell you about what we do here. Welders are in demand. We offer a certificate program and we offer a diploma program. It takes about a year to come through our program. We offer morning and evening classes here at CCC. We have the lowest student to instructor ratio in the state. We do real life simulation. We do API 1104 downhill pipe welding. We also do D11 structural steel code and ASME welding as well. We have AWS certified welding inspectors on staff. If you want to learn more about our welding program, you can give me a call directly at 704-669-4077 or on the community college website at clevelandcc.edu.
Pitching change has been made by Wake Tech as we are in the bottom of the third, and the big story right now, Tim Foster and Rob Roof with you at Yetis Athletic Park. Wake Tech leads at 1-0, but bases loaded, nobody out. And Rob, the new pitcher, Dawson Smith for Wake Tech. Tyler Casiato will be the batter. But Rob, bases loaded, nobody out. What are you thinking right now for you, the Yetis?
I think once again, you kind of started picking up on your old pitcher. Now you got, again, to see a lot of pitches. See him get up there, see what you can do. Is he going to work the fastballs? Is he going to try to change it up on you? But again, maybe the hottest guy in this lineup for the Yetis coming to the plate as well. So a huge scoring opportunity here for CCC.
So Dawson Smith, the second pitcher of the game, comes in the bottom of the third. Here is Tyler Casiato. And Rob, I believe Casiato, his first at bat, did he pop out?
He grounded out the second.
Yeah, grounded the second. So the bases are full of Yetis, nobody out. They're down 1-0, but here's Tyler Casiato coming to the plate. New pitcher Dawson Smith on the mound for the Eagles. First pitch to Casiato is high, and I believe, Rob, that is 8, maybe 9 consecutive balls by Eagle pitching. 1-0 count. Moya at third, Huber at second, Munoz at first. 1-0 pitch is a good one in there. 1-1 to Tyler Casiato with Davis Turner on deck.
And I think this was a deal where Casiato had to take till he saw a strike.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yetis bats have been hot over the last couple of weeks. One pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2, good pitch to Casiato, and Wake Tech has gotten out of jams this entire game 3 so far. Can they do it again? Good crowd continues to come into Yetis Athletic Park for the season finale. Here comes a 1-2 pitch to Casiato. It's high, 2-2. And we were talking about yesterday, Rob, great crowd here from Raleigh this weekend.
Yeah.
So big 2-2 pitch coming. 1-0 Wake Tech lead, bases loaded, bottom of the third for the Yetis, nobody out. Here's Smith's 2-2 pitch. It's in the dirt, good stop that time by Pollard. That gets by him. You got to run across.
Yeah, a chance to get one in. So.
Nowhere to put this batter here, though, Rob. 3-2 pitch coming to Casiato.
Yes, puts a lot of pressure out there on the pitcher now as well. So, Casiato, you're looking for this strike.
No doubt about it. Bases loaded. 3-2 pitch coming from Dawson Smith. And it's inside, and he's going to walk a runner. It's a 1-1 game. And the control issues continue for Wake Tech. 1-1 game and still nobody out. And, Rob, that's one way to get a runner across as well, but we kind of seen that really for the last 4 Yeti batters. Control issues for Wake Tech.
And now you get Davis Turner coming up, the guy who had a double last time up. So If he does that here, Tim, we're going to have Yetis running for a while.
He did have a double his first at bat. Bases loaded, nobody out. Turner 1 for 1. Already the double, as Rob mentioned. Dawson Smith comes in, walks the first batter he sees. It leads to a run. First pitch is outside. And Rob, let's be honest, when you're having problems finding the strike zone and those balls are a little bit close, you know, historically, ump's not going to give you,
That's
not just
right.
going to give you a strike.
Yeah, you're going to have to work your way out of it. You got to show them you got a little bit of control.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Davis Turner. We've got a tie game now. Here's a shot. It's going, still going. It's up against the wall. This is going to score a couple of Yetis. One's in, two's in. We've got one right on top of another.
There's two
We've got
Yetis
three
right behind
runners
each
are
other.
going to score. And look at the Yeti bench. My word, did you see Cassiano, Robbie? That run, the Baroa there. They look like a race from second to home plate.
Baroa the whole time was thinking, man, slow down a little bit. Please slow down a little
I
bit.
was afraid Baroa may get run over. Talking about armchair quarterback, I thought we were going to see some. We still got a couple months before we head to August. I thought we might see a hit. 3-run RBI double for Davis. He's got 2 doubles in the game, but that brought 3 runs in, and the Yetis now 4-1, and what an inning. And realistically, Rob, this could be a 7-8-1 game
Yeah,
right now.
absolutely. You know, we're finally seeing the Yetis put some hits behind all of these base runners now. 4 across the plate here in this inning.
And that will bring Tico Pereira up, and still nobody out with Turner at second. They cleared them all, got them across. Rob, I think that we saw Cassiano set a record here in Yetis Athletic Park for the fastest time from first to home there, as he was flying around third base. Wow. 4-1 the Yetis lead. Pereira takes a strike.
Yeah, I could hear him now right behind Baroa saying, go, 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 go.
And I believe, Rob, if you outrun the runner in front of you or get by him, that's an out.
That is an out. Yes, it is.
You don't see it very often. We almost saw it here this afternoon. Next pitch in the dirt. And the bottom line, Rob, for Wake Tech, control problems. We've seen it throughout this game. They were able to survive the first couple of innings, but certainly MVP so far, no doubt about it. Davis Turner,
Absolutely.
He has been rocking a couple of doubles and 3 RBIs. We've talked about how good these bats have been, and the Yetis have taken control of this game here in the bottom of the third. There's a ball, and Pereira knew he just missed that one. Goes foul third base side.
And, you know, once again, Tim, I think when I look at the entire lineup in this entire game, there's been no easy at-bats for Wake Tech. CCC has really got up there and made the pitcher work every time.
And that is what you're excited about, and we're going to talk more about that Region 10 baseball tournament next week. And that's what you're excited about right now if you're Coach Dawson and Yeti Nation right now. Next pitch fouled off 2-2. Tico fighting hard up there. So Dawson Smith came in, Rob. He walked in a batter, and then he gave up a 3 RBI double. Yetis 4 across here in the bottom of the third to take a 4-1 lead. Trying to sweep this weekend series with Wake Tech. Here is a shot out into left field, and nice play by the left fielder. Runner's going to be tagged out at second.
Yep, doubled him off.
Yep, and that time, Rob, for out number 2, the Turner, who's done such a good job batting, he lost focus there. He was no doubt assumed that ball was going to go down because he was he was
halfway down the line.
He had no way there, and that's what a lot of confusion that time. He was almost at third base, so a big double play though. So now nobody on base, 2 outs with Kel Sneathen.
Sneathen singled last time up, had a stolen base.
First pitch in there for a strike. But it's been a big inning for the Yetis here in the bottom of the third. They lead at 4-1. Oh, 1 pitch is low, 1-1.
Yeah, we know Sneathen from over in Rutherford County, Tim. All 3 Rutherford County high schools ranked in the top 12. Chase, East Rutherford, and RS Central, all 3 ranked in the top 12 in 2A baseball right now.
That's pretty remarkable. That
is.
reminds you sometimes what we see with Cleveland County in football. There's a shot into center field. It should be a easy play by the center fielder, and is, but a big inning. Yetis put 4 across here in the bottom of the 3rd, and after 3, they lead Wake Tech 4-1. You are watching Yeti Men's Baseball live this afternoon on YouTube and the rebroadcast on C19 TV. We'll be back with the top of the 4th right after this.
COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. Millions of doses have already been given in the United States, and these vaccines have the most intensive safety monitoring in U.S. history. If you have questions, get answers from a reliable source. CDC.gov.
Back live on YouTube and the rebroadcast on C19. Great shot of the Wake Tech dugout. But Wake Tech, the Eagles now in a little bit of a hold down, 4-1 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. And Rob, big inning for the Yetis, bottom of the 3rd as they bring 4 across.
Yeah, they'd been waiting on that big hit with guys on. They saw it there and able to put 4 across. A big inning for the Yetis.
Yetis looking for win number 27 on the season and win number 19 in region play to end the regular season. Regular season finale this afternoon. Tim Foster, Rob Roop, great to have you along. And leading off for the Eagles here in the top half of the 4th will be Matt Long, followed by Christian Smith and Nick Badgett here in the 4th inning. And Long, Rob, I think had a base hit his first at bat.
Let's see, he did. Had a single, was stranded.
Graham Brown on the mound for the Yetis, the Harrisburg, North Carolina native. First pitch is in there for a strike, too long.
And that's exactly what you're going to want out of him is now those strikes. We've got the lead back. Again, don't give them base runners.
Very, very important, Rob. You're right. If you're thinking about trying to get this sweep on this Sunday afternoon. Next pitch inside, 1-1. Matt Long, as we mentioned, has had a great series, had a grand slam in game 1 yesterday, a couple of hits as well. One pitch from Brown. And here's a shot. Going back, but the center fielder is going to be there, and that's about the 3rd hard hit ball by Wake Tech, Rob, that Baroa has made the play near and right in front of the wall. But as you said, the wind is really blowing in this afternoon.
Yeah, the way that wind's messing with the baseball right now, it's gonna take a pretty good shot to get one out of here today.
One down. Here's Christian Smith, his 2nd at bat of the game.
Yeah, struck out looking last time up.
First pitch to Smith is a little bit high. Big thanks, as we've talked about, to our whole crew the entire season, is bringing you the sights and sounds of Yeti Men's Baseball live on YouTube. Next pitch in the dirt, 2-0. And I want to thank our broadcasters as well, Rob. We mentioned Guy Suttle, Paul Foster, Andy Foster. And Rob, it's been a real pleasure all season long working with you, my friend. I know you've worked with Paul and Andy in this season. And as here comes this 2-0 pitch in the dirt, 3-0. And I tell you, it's been fun to watch this team mature throughout the year and turn into a team that I think is going to be very competitive next weekend in that tournament.
Absolutely. I think any of those 4 teams that's going to be out there has a chance to win it, because there's going to be some good baseball played.
3-0 is high. It's at 4 pitches and a 4-pitch walk to Schmidt. He's on base. So 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the 4th, and that will bring to the plate Nick Badgett for at bat number 2 this afternoon.
Saw Graham Brown show a little frustration there out there on the mound on some of those pitches.
Yes.
So he's got to put that at bat behind him and zero in down another batter.
Rob Badgett, second at bat, I believe.
It is, yeah. Flew out to center field first time up.
And next pitch is in there. 0-1 count. We'll keep an eye and see if Schmidt's going to be moving maybe to try to get in scoring position. Joey Ferrari on deck. Throw back to first. A few more clouds here at the park, Rob, we've noticed in the last inning or two.
Yeah, we knew there was a slight chance of some rain today. It was diminished throughout the week.
It has definitely, we were talking a little earlier, it's getting a little drier around the area. And that's something you always worry about when you start getting into May and June, July here in the South. Next pitch in the dirt, 1-1. And the worst thing you can have happen, as you mentioned, Rob, you talked about starting this inning, you got a 4-1 lead, is to put guys on base by way of the walk. That's one way opponents get back in games quickly.
Absolutely. That's the fastest way to let the Eagles back into this game is walks.
Here's Graham Brown's 1-1 pitch. It's just outside, 2-1. Yetis lead at 4-1 over Wake Tech Game 3. They won Game 1 yesterday, 10-6. Game 2, 3-2. Went back to first, and he's in there safely.
Starting to see our tent get a little movement to it in there.
Thankful for these ropes here.
Absolutely.
Big kudos, Rob. Here's the next pitch from Brown. Fouled off from Badger. Big thanks to our maintenance department here at Cleveland Community College. You do a great job of setting up all of the tents around the park, including our C19 tent in our broadcast position, and we have certainly needed that this year with the extra reinforcements with the kind of wind that we have seen all season long. Swing and a miss and a big strikeout for Brown. It's a 1 down.
Number 2.
And that'll bring up Joey Ferrari to the plate.
Yeah, victim of the strikeout first time up.
Is that 1 or 2 outs, right?
That is 2.
2 outs. I said 1. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. 2 down now with 1 on. There goes the runner. Throw to second, and it's going to be safe.
Just got under the tag.
That was actually a good throw there.
That was
Turner.
Great tag.
But as you said, Schmidt able to get under, and he's in scoring position with 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch from Brown to Joey Ferrari. And it's high. Ferrari, the left-handed batter for Wake Tech. There's the next pitch from Brown. Fouled off. Pollard on deck for the Eagles. I believe we've got a 1-2 count. Or maybe a 2-2 count. Next pitch is in there for a strike. I believe it's 2-2 now. So So 2-2 count. And Brown steps off the mound.
Yeah, trying to get himself together just a little bit there.
Brown back on the mound. Next pitch is swing and a miss and a big
Nice.
strikeout. So we are through 3.5 innings, and the Eddies hold on to a 4-1 lead. A couple of big strikeouts in that inning. They're in the bottom half of the fourth, 4-1 lead. Let's take a look at our C19 TV program, and you can watch each and every day, or you can watch online on C19.tv. And we've got a lot of wonderful programs. You know, we were talking armchair quarterback Rob returns in about 3.5 months. There's Artworks, CCC Connections, Cleveland County Kitchen, Community Spotlight, Face the Music, For Your Health, For Your Information, Meet Me at the Movies with Noel T. Manning. Also, obviously, you can check out a lot of other great programming each and every day. Political Smackdown, a great time to check out that program. School Matters, Talk of the Town, Woman to Woman, and Yeti Tracks. Rob, we just recently had a Yeti Tracks with Coach Tyler Dawson, and also with Athletic Director Chris Nanny and Coach Dawson, just talking about how this team has improved throughout the year. And he was talking about as the Yetis, as you see 4-1 lead, he's talking about how much that not being able to make that 3-game series up with Southwest Virginia. You know, when you were talking, they get those most likely.
That's
those
right.
3 wins. They're probably going to be the number 2 seed going into the playoffs.
Yeah,
next week.
to me, those are 3 games that the Yetis would definitely had a chance. It would have been favored in. If you get those 2 of those victories, you're in second place. All 3 of them, you're definitely the second place team. So it really did hurt missing out on those games.
It certainly did. Dawson Smith will be back on the mound for Wake Tech as we get ready for this bottom of the 4th inning. And look who's leading off, Rob, to start it. You kind of flipped it over again. This will be, I believe, the 3rd at-bat for Mason Dugas.
Yeah, 4th inning, his 3rd at-bat, singled back in the 1st and then grounded out in the 2nd. So, again, the change in this lineup the Yetis have made, I really like. And once again, Tim, we're seeing it with the points and with the runs ending up on the board.
No doubt about that. Dawson Smith, who they came in back in the 3rd inning, but Rob was not able to get the job done as the Yetis put 4 across. And for the Yetis right now, Rob, you want to add to this lead, no doubt about it.
Yeah, right now you just want to keep extending this lead. No sense in trying to sit still on a 3-run lead, push it to 4, push it to 5, keep it going.
So here's Dugas here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The left-handed batter to lead off. There's Smith's first pitch to Dugas, and low grounder, another base hit. And Rob, he just placed that one perfectly to start off the inning, and that is all 4 batters have gone on all 4 innings so far.
I love at bats like that. Sometimes you just hit them where they ain't. A nice little C&I single there from Dugas and gets him over there on first base. And like you said, Tim, let's get this thing rolling one more time.
So here's Darian Munoz.
Munoz had a single in the 1st, flew out to center field in the 2nd. Again, a breezy day here at the park.
Especially with food, Rob. I'm afraid our pizzas may not make it.
They're holding on tight.
Runner at first, Darren Munoz at the plate. We're back to first. It's one of those days where you never know where stuff may end up.
That's true.
We're back to first, and
a little closer that time.
Yeah, Duke gets in there safely. Rob, the good news with the wind, at least it is up near 80 degrees today.
Well,
Unlike
I was
30s.
Thinking, the first time it was very cold and this kind of wind blowing, so I can live with this.
I pitch a little bit low to Darren Munoz. Runner at first, nobody out. Yetis lead it 4-1, bottom of the fourth. And they've got the runner. Good job. Dugas is going to be in a rundown, and he will be tagged out at second. And Rob, they kept attacking, and they finally able to get him that time. And that's a big out.
Yeah, huge out there.
So one down now. Obviously, Munoz still at the plate.
Yeah, they kept going to first, Finally got him leaning a little too far. Nothing he could do.
Robert Moya on deck. Munoz fouls this one off behind home plate. Game 3 of this 3-game series this afternoon between Cleveland Community College and Wake Tech Community College out of Raleigh. Next pitch is high. Comes Smith's next pitch. It's in the dirt. I believe we got a full count to Munoz.
Tell you what, with all them throws over to first, it feels like he's been up there forever.
Yeah, it's been a long at bat, but not necessarily because it's been a lot of pitches
to him.
But they were able to get Dugas. There is a shot out into left, still going, and it's off the glove, it's in the wall. Munoz will have a double, and Rob again to win played a factor there as that ball just kept carrying, the left fielder not able to get in his glove, and so a one-out double for Darren Munoz.
And how big was that out now that Dugas had over there at first team?
Yeah, that would have been a run scored if not for that. So that's a big play. And again, we've talked about it. If you're just joining us, Yetis lead 4-1, but as we have said, me and Rob have talked about, this could easily be a 6-7, maybe, and even an 8-1 game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But here's Robert Moya with a runner in scoring position, one out. And I believe Moya's got a hit in this game.
Let's see. Take a look at Moya's numbers. Flew out to the shortstop first play and then had a single in the third, come around to score.
Pitch in the dirt, and there goes Munoz to third. So he's at third base now with one out. And right now, Rob, any ball that goes into the outfield in the air is going to be tricky.
Yeah, it's going to be an adventure for all those outfielders.
Because you may see it one time, the ball may come in a little bit. The next time it may be drifting to the right. It may be drifting to the left like we saw earlier. Next pitch in the dirt.
Yeah, again, you hate bailing him out with what happened with Dugas at first because right now it's still a bit of an adventure, him trying to find the strike zone. So.
Here's the pitch to Moya. Pops it up. Foul behind home plate.
Because even the outs he's come in and gotten, they've been hard hit balls. So, I mean, that's true. The Yetis are seeing him well right now.
Here's the pitch to Moya. It's in the dirt again. And Smith,
yeah, you
Rob,
can just tell he is not comfortable out there on the mound at all.
We've seen several walks in this game, and again, with a runner at third, and Moya can just get one on the ground here. Could score Janelle Baroa. Or Darren Munoz. There's a shot, It's going, and it's up against the wall. This will score Munoz. This will be a double for Robert Moya, and Moya just crushed that one, Robbie.
Yeah.
He's waiting on that.
Again, that's what I'm telling you. It's going to take a poke to get out of here because he jumped all over that baseball.
Yeah, I don't know, Davis. Maybe not as windy. That may have been out of here, but it's another run. It's a 5-1 Yetis lead. One out runner in scoring position in Moya, and that'll bring up Mike Huber. And the Yetis bats really rocking here, Rob, again this afternoon.
Yeah, take a look at Huber in this game. Popped up to the catcher in the first, had a walk in the third, come around to score in that big inning. So now a big RBI opportunity here for him.
So here's Mike Huber with Moya at second and one across. 5-1 Yetis lead, bottom of the fourth. Pitch in there for a strike. And for Smith, Rob, you kind of talked about it. He has got to get comfortable and he's got to throw strikes. He's got to get ahead of batters. Next pitch is in there. 0-2 now to Huber. Some of the Yeti faithful didn't like that one.
Again, I think that's one of those deals where they're like, don't help him out, umpire. He's struggling to find the zone.
Yeah.
Make him find it. You don't give it to him.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that just missed. A little bit low, 1-2. And Smith wanted that one.
Smith wanted that one.
Dawson Smith, the
body language
sophomore,
is there.
Two's in the dirt, 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And there's a little bloop shot, but it'll be a nice play over short, so 2 down. And much needed out there for the Eagles. And that will bring up to the plate Janelle Baroa.
Yeah, Janelle has reached base safely twice with 2 walks.
Fouls first pitch off. If he can get on, Tyler Casiato is on deck. Baroa, who survived almost getting run over a little earlier by Casiato on that big 3 RBI double by Davis Turner. But no, both those guys, tremendous speed. So the first strike, 0-2 in the hole.
This will be a big pitch here if he can get out of this inning with just the 1 run.
Two pitch, outside 1-2. Here's Dawson Smith's 1-2 pitch to Baroa. Swing and a miss to end the inning. Yetis get 1 across, and after 4 innings of play, it's the Yetis over the Eagles 5-1. You're watching Yeti Men's Baseball live on YouTube and the rebroadcast on C19 TV.
Arsenic, cadmium, fluorine, formaldehyde, rubidium, lithium.
Do yourself a favor and don't image search for exploding e-cigarettes.
What you don't know about e-cigarettes can hurt you.
Are you ready to take all this in?
I am Noel Tillman in the second, and that is Gregory Tillman.
Can I call you Dipsy?
Yeah, sure. My wife calls me that all the time.
time.
Really enjoyed you in Deadpool 2, and I'm glad that you took the time out of your busy schedule to be seen or unseen. Tim, do you happen to know?
I think he's working on his resume.
He like duct tapes rides together whenever they're starting to fall apart. Super sketchy.
Like Ghost Town, isn't it?
Yeah. The theme parks.
We see a great shot of the Yetis dugout as we head to the top of the fifth. Yetis lead at 5-1. Me and Rob Roop, we're not going to lie, we're eating pizza right now.
That's right.
And Rob, I'll give you a little time as you're seeing a great shot of the crowd. And as I finish eating mine and then you're finishing eating yours, your thoughts through the first 4 innings of this game this afternoon.
Again, I think the Yetis have had opportunities throughout this game. Did have the big inning where they got 4 across. And again, we talked about extending that lead. They were able to do it here. They added 1 last half inning, so just continue to do that throughout the game. Got a chance to get out here with a victory.
Great shot of the David and Melissa White scoreboard. Such a beautiful part of the Yetis Athletic Park. And the Yetis in control. It will be Kalen Pollard, followed by Tristan Blatt and Cam Barriere here in the top of the fifth. Graham Brown is still on the mound for the Yetis. And Brown, Rob's done a solid job so far this afternoon.
He has. He's done exactly what they needed him to do, and give that young man credit.
First pitch is fouled off to Pollard, starting catcher for Wake Tech in Game 3.
Yeah, again, he's not been afraid to pitch to contact in this game, and I think it's allowed him to stay inside the strike zone. And we talked about limiting those opportunities for Wake Tech by not giving them runners.
Very good point, Rob. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And just a little bit outside, 1-1. Yetis looking for their 7th consecutive home victory in this park to end the season. There it is, 1-2, and Rob, maybe one of the most amazing stats of the year, as we talked about since they started that first weekend series, the second week of February, when they lost all 3 games by 1 run to Patrick Henry. 14-2 since here.
That's right.
At Yetis Athletic Park. Next pitch a little bit high. And 2-2 count now to Keelan Pollard. There's a ground ball to first. Should be an easy play, and it will be for Munoz over there at first as he tags the base, ticket himself, and Rob, smart play there. Had that option of obviously going to the pitcher, but he knew he had a better shot at it.
Yeah, told his pitcher as such. He said, "You hold off. I'm going to be able to get there." So good job there defensively.
1 down. Here's Tristan Blatt. And I believe third at bat of the game for Blatt, Rob?
No, it's only his second.
Second at bat, that's correct.
Yeah, he was hit by a pitch.
That's right.
Stole a base. He's actually the guy that come around and scored the lone run for Wake Tech.
First pitch is low.
And that was a prime example. When you look at him, that's how he got on base. You know, you gave him that base runner with a hit by a pitch, and he was able to come around and score.
Yep. As we've talked about, walks or hit batsmen never lead to good things.
That's right.
Next pitch in there, 1-1 to Tristan Blatt. Great to have you along. A windy afternoon here at Yetis Athletic Park, but a gorgeous one. Tim Foster and Rob Roop. The regular season finale in Region 10, final day of regular season. It's so great to have you along. This has popped up, and see where it's going to end up. Back behind us, Rob. Rob, believe it or not, yesterday, right over to our right, a couple of folks, one guy caught a ball in that front row. That was weird.
Really?
Yeah, that ball, very rarely do we see the ball just get over the netting. And he caught it, but he did not get to keep it as a souvenir, unfortunately. Went back into the baseball fund here at the college.
Right, absolutely. Man gave back to the program.
Meant a lot. Next pitch to Blatt. And he's in there, and he caught the corner, strike 3, the strikeout, and I believe that strikeout number 4 for Mr. Brown this afternoon.
3, 4, number 5.
Number 5
yeah,
for
number
Graham
5.
Brown. So great job, Graham Brown. 2 down, and here is Cam Barriere, the leadoff batter with 2 down for Wake Tech in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Verrier flew out back in the first to left field, had a single in the third, also had a stolen base in the game. So definitely a dangerous leadoff hitter for this lineup.
Here's Brown's first pitch to him, and it's in the dirt, 1-0. We mentioned Brown from Harrisburg, and he has done a solid job. Rob, I really believe for the Yetis that defense and pitching will be the key. I think the bats are there.
Absolutely.
Going into next weekend.
Absolutely.
But they've lost some games on defensive mistakes. And a perfect example is that next pitch is in there. I think about that game at Gaston County about 3 weeks ago, Rob. They were up 3-1 there at Sims. Bottom of the 8th, 3 errors in the 8th and 9th inning cost them the game against a really good squad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that could cost you season as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So that will be key for this team going forward. This one is popped way up. Is it going to stay fair? And I don't believe it is. No.
Off the top of the dugout to our left.
That's one thing, Rob, in this park, and you talk about as you get adjusted to it this year. That's the Yetis have. They will continue to. Anything is popped up, third base and first base side, not a ton of room.
There's not a lot of room. So
a little bit of room behind you, but not a ton there either. But we've seen some plays made there, but that one just goes foul, third base side.
Yeah, this is a ballpark that's definitely going to play small as far as foul territory.
Nice pitch to Verrier is a ball. If he can get on deck, Wayne Mize is on deck, I should say, if Verrier can get on. Mize would be the next batter. There's a hard hit shot, but it is foul, first base side.
Yeah, let's save Mize for the 6th inning.
Yes. Good shot of Cam Barriere. Here is Brown's pitch, looking in, taking his time on this next pitch as it comes in. It's just popped up. This one, Rob, I believe is going to stay in the park. I don't know who's going to get it.
Somebody take charge.
And
good job.
Munoz made the charge. There was a discussion between Munoz, Turner, and the pitcher Brown. Rob Munoz got it. Looked like it could be a little confusion there for a second.
There was 3 guys on the scene. Somebody had to take charge. Good job there by Munoz.
4.5 in the books. Yetis hold on to a 5-1 lead over Wake Tech. Tim Foster, Rob Rubin. Rob, let's talk a little bit about that Region 10 tournament coming up next weekend. And so right now, depending on what happens on this May 1st afternoon, the 1 seed we know for sure is Catawba Valley.
Right,
the 2 seed will either be Patrick and Henry or Cleveland. The Yetis are Yetis. And then, switch second or third, one of the 2. The 4th seed will be this Wake Tech squad. And then, Rob, one team in the East is national ranked. As it looks like we'll have a new pitcher we'll talk about here momentarily. Pitt Community College. Southeast could be in that mix as well. But, Rob, round-robin format, Morehead City, it's going to be really interesting next weekend.
And here's the thing that I like, too, Tim, with these Yetis, when we talked about the other 3 teams in their area, they've shown they can play with all of those.
Yes.
So you can play with these playoff teams. So when you think about those other teams playoff-wise, you've seen playoff experienced teams. You're going to see more out there. So if I'm the Yetis, I go confidently into Morehead City knowing I can play with whoever's out there.
No doubt about that.
38, I believe, Tim.
Yeah, trying to see if that is the number of the pitcher. Trying to see if it's 33 or 38. And I believe you're right, it is 38, and that is Matthew Hughes, the left-handed pitcher. He's going to be the 3rd pitcher of the day for Wake Tech here in the bottom of the 5th. Matthew Hughes. You've seen a good shot of Matthew. And for the Yetis here in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Tyler Casiato followed by Davis Turner and Tico Pereira. And if you're the Yetis, you just want to continue to add to this lead.
Continue to add on. Absolutely right. And let's see if Hughes can have any better luck finding that strike zone. We've saw the first two guys in this game struggle so far for Wake Tech.
And you are just seeing on your screen a Yetis 5-1 lead. Great to have you along live on YouTube. Getting darker, though, here at the park, so we're going to keep an eye on that as we head into the bottom half of the fifth inning. Yetis looking for the sweep of Wake Tech.
Now we got this game official right now. Yeah. That was the big thing, too.
Yeah.
Let's get this game official.
That's right. So here's Tyler Casiato to lead off in the bottom of the fifth. Matthew Hughes, the new pitcher for Wake Tech, the left-hander. Casiato comes to the plate. And here's Hughes' first pitch of the game. It's in the dirt.
The good thing for the rest of this Yeti lineup this time, if Casiato gets on, he's the guy in front of he's the guy in front this time, so nobody has to worry he's going to catch him. So.
I'm sure the rest of the lineup might be happy about that. I'd certainly love to see him crossing some bases and heading home. There's a 1-0 pitch. It's in the dirt, and I tell you, for Wake Tech, Rob, big struggle has been control. All three pitchers have had some problems. Walks.
And we've talked about them with this lineup, with the Yeti lineup, having those extra opportunities. They're going to come and get you, and they've done it in this game.
Certainly have. 2-0 pitch is in the dirt again. It's 3-0. And Hughes' first three pitches have been nowhere near the strike zone. So 3-0 count now. Yetis already up 5-1, bottom of the fifth. Looking to get win number 27 on the season. And the ball gets away, 4 pitches that were nowhere near the strike zone. And Tyler Casiato is on base at first. Once again, he seems like he's been on base all weekend.
He does.
That'll bring up a guy who's been on fire. Davis Turner, Rob, 2 for 2, and I believe 3 RBIs already in this game.
Yep, you're exactly right.
Now batting number 5, Davis Turner.
So the lefty comes to the plate. Can he keep that hot bat going with Casiato at first? Here's the pitch from Hughes, and 5 pitches, 5 balls. That's in the dirt.
Yeah, 5 walks for this Wake Tech team so far in this game.
And it's come back to hurt them.
So better than 1 inning.
Rob, we've seen Turner be able to just rip those balls out into center so far, and of course the big one was that 3 RBI double in his last at bat. Next pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, good pitch, 1-2. As we mentioned, third pitcher of the day is Matthew Hughes that is on the mound for Wake Tech. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Inside 2-2. Pico Barrera on deck.
Yeah, we talk about 5 walks in this game. That's not counting the number of times we've seen the Yetis, force full counts and things like that. So.
They have. There's been a lot of pitches thrown to the bottom line by Wake Tech pitching here this afternoon in Game 3. 2-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. 3-2. Pico Barrera, as we mentioned, on deck. And how many times have we seen Yetis have bases loaded, Rob? Have runners second, third, first, and third in this game so far today?
Absolutely.
There goes a runner on a 3-2 pitch, ground ball, and it's going to get into center field again. Casiato will stay, I believe, at third base. Rob, they were all numerous Wake Tech bodies diving for that ball, but they just couldn't get to it. It almost hit the umpire as well on that play. I saw the umpire get out of the way, then I saw the shortstop and second baseman diving for it.
Hit it right back where it came from to Davis Turner. 3 base hits now in the game for Turner. What a day he's having at the plate.
And the Yetis can really put Wake Tech in a big hole now. Again, nobody out, runners first and third. And here is Tico Pereira with an opportunity, Rob.
Yeah, here's a guy that needs to get going. He struck out in the second and flew out to left field in the third. See if he can add something here.
Hughes' first pitch is low. And we have seen this the entire game for Yetis. Runners, as we said, first and third, loaded, first and second. But a 5-1 lead, but a chance to really open this one up here in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, Tico Pereira, the only Yeti not to have reached base in this game.
Pretty remarkable. Kel Sneathen is on deck. And you talked about, Rob, there's no easy outs.
That's right.
Right now.
Absolutely.
This lineup is hitting well. They have been for the last couple of weeks. And that's leading to victories. 2-0 pitch is outside, and it's 3-0. And again, Rob, control struggles, and Hughes has come in and had the same issues right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Whichever arm they've gone to is Wake Tech in this game. They've not found the guy yet that's finding the strike zone. Or if he has, he's finding too much of it.
3-0 pitch is nowhere close, and for the third time in this game, the bases are loaded for the Yetis. And here, I don't know if we're going to see a pitching change here, an infield discussion. But the Yetis on the verge, Rob, again, of what could be another big inning. This could be an inning that puts Wake Tech in a major hole.
We talked about extending that lead. This right here is a huge opportunity for the Yetis to be able to do that. As you know, Tim, I'm a fan of Yetis in the Woods, and, man, we have had them all over the place today.
They have been all over the place. So great to have you along live this afternoon on YouTube, this gorgeous Sunday afternoon. And the infield discussion is continuing. And Rob, one thing he's got to be telling Hughes is got to find that strike zone.
That's right.
Got to get ahead of some batters.
Absolutely.
So here's Kel Sneathen. And for Sneathen, Rob, tell us about his day so far.
Yeah, taking a look at Kel Sneathen so far. He had a single back in the second. He did have a stolen base and flew out into center field on a hard hit ball in the third.
Just saw there's a good shot of the Wake Tech bullpen as they've got some guys warming up. So here's Kel Sneathen, bases loaded again with nobody out. And the Yetis looking to add to this 5-1 lead. There you see a shot. Yetis at every base. Swing and a miss, good pitch. He was looking for the.
He was.
I think he was looking for the building or maybe the trees behind the building on that one. As we mentioned, Kel hit a 3-run shot yesterday.
Yeah, Kel kind of come out of his shoes on that one. He was looking for one.
Kel, one of those rare batters that doesn't wear batting gloves.
That's right.
And Coach Sutter were talking about that yesterday. That one's in the dirt, 1-1. On deck is a guy that's played well, Mason Dugas, for the Yetis. One count. Here's the pitch from Hughes. Here's a shot out and to right. Is it going to be enough for the runner to tag? Here comes the runner. This is going to be maybe had a play, Rob, but it was just no way he was going to get him at 6-1. Sac fly, Casiato scores, and with his speed, just didn't have a shot there.
Yeah, absolutely right. Was not going to be able to get him, and again, attach another run onto that board.
6-1 Yetis lead. The sac fly RBI for Kel Sneathen. Runners first and third now with one out, and here's Mason Dugas. Damage control, you got to be thinking if you're Wake Tech right now.
Yes.
And that can include a double play right here possibly to try to get out of this bottom of the fifth inning. And that pitch hit.
They got him.
Yeah, it hit Dugas. It was behind him. I wondered if it hit him.
He was trying to get out of the way, and it went behind him.
Yeah.
So bases loaded again.
Loaded up. for Darian Munoz. A great opportunity here in the bottom of the fifth.
Had a single in the first, had a double in the fourth. A dangerous batter up there now.
Yetis loaded up again with just one out. Here's a shot that's going to go foul. First base side. Hard hit ball, but foul. Rob, you were kind of talking about it earlier, but between the couple of hit Yetis, batsmen, walks, I think we're up near 7 or 8 when you combine those.
Absolutely.
0-1 pitch is going to be foul. Well, let's stay even playing. It's going to go foul. And quickly 0-2 to Munoz. Here's the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Six-1 Yetis lead, bases loaded, bottom of the fifth. As I mentioned, just one out. 1-2 pitch. There's another base hit. This will score at least one. It's a 7-1 game, RBI single, and you talk about the bats, and Munoz, Rob, has been hot all day, and he does it again.
Yeah, drives it in, and again, we talked about a dangerous batter being up there with guys on. Prime example. And, Tim, now we get really some excited stuff with Moya and Huber, and I believe we're going to have a new pitcher here, second visit from the
it's something
Tech coach.
Something to think about as we getting ready to go to break here. If we do see the pitching change, the Yetis are a grand slam away from ending this baby.
That's true.
Because that would be a 10-run game. And let's see if we are going to see the pitching changes Rob talked about here. And I believe that we are going to do it. Yep. And we'll take a break. Yetis in control, 7-1. You're watching Yeti Men's Baseball live on YouTube. The rebroadcast on C19. We're back with more of the bottom of the fifth right after this.
Cleveland Community College has identified strengthening online learning as the topic for its quality enhancement plan. We're calling it SOUL. SOUL's 5-year implementation plan is focused on continuous improvement of online courses and promoting student success. We're excited for you to take this journey with us.
Back live at Yetis Athletic Park. Yetis in control, 7-1, bottom of the fifth. Pitching change. Bases loaded, one out. And, Rob, we think that is number 19, I believe. Number 19, that is Ryan Onsen, the right-handed pitcher. The freshman, Ryan Onsen, is the fourth pitcher of the day for Wake Tech. 7-1 lead. The Yetis are a grand slammer away from having a little mercy rule here, but that's kind of the high end of the expectations. The big stories you want to add to this league right now, Rob.
Now just get that runner from third.
Live on YouTube. Great to have you along. And, of course, you can check it out by going through our C19.TV page, or you can just go to YouTube and type in ClevelandCC. Game 3, Yetis trying to get the sweep, and bases loaded, one out as Onsen is on deck, or actually on the mound to try to stop the bleeding here from the Yetis. And first pitch is low, and Rob, every pitcher has
same
had
thing,
issues
Tim.
all day long. And that's been one of the struggles that Wake has had. They have given up some runs when you look at their season. Arms will be big in postseason. Swing and a miss as Moya was looking to go deep there. 1-1. Huber on deck. Yetis at every base. Great shot of Robert Moya, who's had a great game today himself.
Yeah, 2 base hits for him as well, a single and a double.
1-1 a little bit high. 2-1 to Moya. 7-1 Yetis lead. Wake Tech actually did lead 1-0 early in this ball game, but it's been all Yetis since. Two-one pitch. It's in there. 2-2 to Moya. Ryan Onson, the 4th pitcher of the day, on the mound for Wake Tech this afternoon. Two pitches fouled off from Moya. We talked about the Yetis bats recently. It's 18 runs in that marathon game with Gaston. 10 runs yesterday, Rob. Another 7 runs so far today. 2-2 is a rocket. It's going to be in the gap. This will score a couple. Here comes 1 run. A 2nd run's coming in. Here comes a 3rd run, Rob. It's going to try to come home, and it is a 3 RBI double.
Wow, what a
for
day
Robert
for Moya.
And it's a 10-1 game. And Moya, Rob, I believe in this game has, he's got to have at least 3 or 4 RBIs himself.
He does, yeah.
Ten-1 game. Moya at second.
Do we have a pinch hitter here, Tim?
Now pinch hitting for the Yetis. Number 15, Caleb Adair.
There's Caleb Adair.
So he's up there for Mike Huber.
Yeah, it looks like a discussion going on. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, whatever it was, we're ready now.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what occurred. It seemed like something with Darren Munoz. The umpire, I don't think, Rob, it looked like he slapped the home base with his hands instead of crossing home base, and the umpire didn't seem to like that, and there was a discussion about that. There's Adair, and I believe, Rob, that the Yetis are a base runner away from ending this ball game with the mercy rule. 10-1 game.
Yeah, Moya could be the winning run out there.
Moya is the winning run, still 1 out, so a base hit. Yeah, the mercy rule is, I believe, 10 runs in 5 innings. So if you can have a 10-run lead, and it's 8 runs after 7. But we'll see, Rob.
Yeah, they'll let us know if he crosses the plate. I know that.
Next pitch to Adair, his first at bat. It's in there, good pitch from Onson. Yetis have scored 10 consecutive runs after getting down 1-0 early in Game 3 this afternoon. And well on their way to getting a sweep of this regular season finale weekend series. Next pitch is high to Adair. On deck, Rob, we've got another pitch hitter, as we're starting to see a lot, and I believe that is going to be on deck is Jack McKinney.
Yep, I believe you're correct.
Adair stays alive as it's fouled behind home plate. Big games this afternoon, Rob, by a lot of Yetis, but especially when you think about guys like Davis Turner and Robert Moya. They have put several multiple RBIs on the board.
Yeah, and with Tico Pereira reaching this inning, it has allowed every starter in this lineup has reached base today for the Yetis. So.
Swing and a miss, and Adair goes down on strikes. Big strikeout, 2 down. And that will bring up, for the first time this afternoon, Jack McKinney, the Rutherfordton product, with 2 out and a runner in scoring position. So a couple of changes for the Yetis here in this bottom of the 5th.
Here's what I need, Tim. If anything's gonna happen at this at bat, I need that run to score, because if it doesn't, it messes up the scorebook. So I need something to happen on this at bat.
And there's nothing like a messed up scorebook, no doubt about it. First pitch in there for a strike from Onson. That can cause some issues. There's no doubt about it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you love seeing a team bat around, but once you get past that, it will mess up your scorebook quick.
It will do it. Swing and a miss to McKinney. Yetis in control this afternoon in Game 3. 10-1 lead. Good shot of Jack McKinney on your screen. Tim Foster, Rob Roop with you. Pitch is high.
Tim, I think we got another pinch hitter on deck. It looks like number 19 over there.
Yes, we do. We're seeing quite a few. Let's see who that is momentarily. Next pitch is high to McKinney.
Good job by McKinney to leave that alone. That high fastball can be hard not to swing at.
Next pitch from Onson. It's low. I think we got a full count.
Full count now.
Three-two count coming to Jack McKinney. And he got him for the strikeout. 5 innings in the books. The Yetis add more, and they lead it after 5, 10-1 over the Eagles of Wake Tech. And you're watching Yeti Men's Baseball live on YouTube and the rebroadcast on C19 TV.
According to the National Institute of Mental Health, over 6.9% of the nation's population is depressed. And the ASPCA estimates that 6.5 million animals enter shelters a year nationwide.
Adoption has helped me and her. Maybe it could help you.
Adopting a pet has helped her cope with depression, as well as many others like her. For more information regarding pet adoption, please visit aspca.org today.
The Foothills Public Shooting Complex of Cleveland County spans over 85 acres and is considered the largest public outdoor shooting complex in the Southeast. The shooting complex offers a family-friendly environment for the public to enjoy the sport of shooting, and safety is and always will be our highest priority. Whether you enjoy shooting on a 250-yard rifle range or a 50-yard pistol range, skeet and trap, archery, or 3D archery, you can find it all at the Foothills Public Shooting Complex of Cleveland County.
Hey, thank you, Danny Morton. Well, I'll tell you, as we're back live, I'm talking to our good friend Danny Morton in the truck. No, Danny, I was just trying to make sure my papers didn't blow over into the next county or down into Cherokee County with this wind. Tim Foster, Rob Roop, and Rob, it is all Yetis. 10-1 as we head to the top of the 6th. Your impressions, looks like we got a new pitcher that we'll keep an eye on here momentarily, but Graham Brown did a great job through 5 innings.
Yeah, we talked about limiting what they could do. Great job.
Yeah, Graham Brown, who did an excellent job. But we do have a new pitcher in for the Yetis, and we're going to find out who that is momentarily. Didn't catch his number, but we will get that. Yeah, Rob's enjoying a little snack this afternoon. That is number
16.
number 16 for the Yetis, and that is Cole Curtis, the Douglasville, Georgia native. So he will be in here in the 6th. And one good thing, Rob, with this lead, and one thing you always love to see, especially in your final regular season home game, a lot of Yetis going to get to play this afternoon.
You're absolutely right. I mean, that's what it's all about now. You got this game well in hand. Curtis got there, throw strikes, and give kids a chance to play.
Cole Curtis. And I believe we may be seeing some more changes. We just saw Tyler Dawson, head coach Tyler Dawson, give Davis Turner a big handshake and hug. And Tyler's one of those, Davis Turner's one of those sophomores. And I wonder if we're going to see another change.
We are.
And so I think that's Micaiah Wall that's coming in now at the catcher position. So a lot of wholesale changes for the Yetis, and that's great to see that you just talked about.
Yeah, absolutely right. You know, we've seen Wall out there a few times.
And what a game for Turner today.
Tim, I tell you what, you talk about it. If you're going to have a final home game of the year in your home park, end of the regular season, the Yetis could not have put in a mail order and gotten a better result than what they've had so far today.
So Cole Curtis will be the new pitcher as we start the 6th for the Yetis. Micaiah Wall will be the new catcher in here in the 6th. And so we may see some more changes. Actually, we've got a couple more changes because it looks like, Rob, that Rick Dees over there at first, the Burgall native. And we're seeing a lot of different Yetis, so we'll keep up with those changes here as we head on through the inning. 3 or 4 substitutions going into the 6th, which is great to see. And Cole Curtis getting his final warm-up pitches here.
Yeah, absolutely right.
To get ready for the 6th. For Wake Tech, it's going to be Wayne Mize, followed by Kel Laird and Matt Long here in the top half of the 6th. Yetis in control, 10-1 lead. Tim Foster, Rob Rube, again, big thanks to our whole crew this season. Can't say enough. Greg Tillman, the preparation that started way over a year ago to get ready for Yeti men's baseball. Danny Morton, Randy Evans, tremendous job he's done. Our good friend Justin Roper, our intern Ben Swafford, and Rob. I'm a little biased, but I think we got the best broadcast of Region 10 baseball of the 3 states. I'm a little biased, of course, but I think you agree with me, though.
I'll put it up against anything that's out there, I'll tell you that.
First pitch in there from Cole Curtis is a strike to Mize. Wayne Mize. Rob Mize, tell us about his day so far.
Taking a look at what Mize has done, flew out to second base in the 1st, had a sac fly back in the 3rd.
Second pitch was low, 1-1 count. Cole Curtis, second pitcher of the game, as Graham Brown did a great job in his 5 innings. Give up just 1 run. 2-1 count. And what a final regular season game in this park for Davis Turner.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
3 for 3, drove in several runs. Mize fouls it off. First base side. We've seen a little bit of everything weather-wise this season as well, Rob, in this park.
Yes, we have.
Curtis,
I will say, the consistent for me, though, has been the wind. So whatever else has happened, the wind has been the consistent.
The wind has stayed the same, but we started out with some cold February games, some cold March games.
And, Tim, you told me, depending on what happens out in Morehead City, chance the Yetis could be back at home for a game?
It's possible. I think the Region 10 winner, the winner of that tournament next week, would host one of the teams. Swing and a miss, a strikeout. So Curtis comes in. Out one, the winner of that Region 10, from what I understand, series would host maybe the squad from Georgia or Florida.
Wow.
Not 100% sure how that whole series is set up. So the winner, you think about that, Rob. You think about if the Yetis are not able to do it, but a team like, you think about a Catawba Valley or Patrick and Henry, Virginia, that would be huge for any of those squads in these 3-state area. Here's Kel Laird, 1 down in the top of the 6th. First pitch from Curtis outside. Yetis are just going to need 1 run, Rob, if they can hold Wake Tech here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 run could win it.
That's right.
Swing and a miss by Cale Laird. Cole Curtis, the Douglasville, Georgia native, as we mentioned. So, yes, there is a slight chance that the Yetis, but boy, I tell you, that would, as this ball is popped up, this could be tricky out into left field. The left fielder has it for out number 2. But, Rob, I tell you, there's a lot of teams playing well right now when you think about that tournament. And this team right in front of us, these Yetis, are one of them. There's no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 15, Matt Long.
I mean, this is a Yeti squad, Rob. We talk about it. They went 3-3 against a nationally ranked squad this season.
Absolutely.
And 3-0 right here on this field.
And the good thing is playing some of their best baseball right now.
No doubt. Matt Long at the plate, 2 down. Next pitch high, 1-1. I think Long scored the only Wake Tech run.
He did.
So far today. Top of the 6th. Yetis lead at 10-1, 2 down. Good shot of Matt Long for Wake Tech. 1-1 pitch is fouled off.
I do want to mention, of course, our area big with country music. What, in our area with everything, the sad news of hearing the passing of Naomi Judd.
Yeah, that
we
was
found out yesterday.
Very sad news. That's a lot of folks from this area saw the Judds in concert. I know many times as that next pitch is high. I know Paul Foster, that's on our crew, met them back in their early days. I mean, they came out, Rob, on fire. I remember in country music in the late 80s, mid to late 1980s. They were maybe as popular as anybody at that time.
Absolutely.
Very sad news, yes, we heard over the weekend. Popped up, and Wall, let's see if he's got a shot at it, and he will not. And several of the fans running for cover behind
very
netting.
Fortunate.
Yeah,
that's one of those you don't know where it's at. Put your head down and cover.
And with this win, I would be doing the same thing.
I sure would.
Most likely. 2-2 count. Too long. Swing and a miss from Curtis. Another strikeout. He comes in and gets the job done here in the top of the 6th. 5.5 in the books, and the Yetis lead Wake Tech 10-1. And I want to remind you again of ways that you can check out the Cleveland County Commissioners as well as the school board forums that we're currently airing on Spectrum Cable C19. There it is. You can check those out on C19 or anytime between now and Election Day, May 17th. C19.tv. Big thanks to the college, C19, the Chamber, and the Star. And Rob, 2 weeks from this Tuesday, and of course if you're watching a little later, bottom line, May 17th is Election Day. And again, we just encourage everybody on that Republican side to go out and vote during this primary.
Yeah, it looks like not enough in the Democrat side of thing to have a primary, but on the Republican side there's going to be enough to whittle it down some. So yeah, again, get out there, make sure you vote. Early voting going on right now, and like you said, coming up soon. So, and a voting that got pushed back because of some questions about lines and all that good stuff, voting districts and things like that.
That was last year, I think, quite a bit, right?
So got pushed back a little bit, but here right where we are in May, and we'll get all that checked out, getting ready for the big election in November for the midterms.
Yeah, Rob, and you think about those midterms, and those are going to be, as they are every midterm, going to be big. A lot going on in our world, and so as big as the primaries will be, that's the main focus right now, but November is going to be even bigger as well.
It sure is, absolutely.
Well, Rob, it looks like we may have another new pitcher in for the
21.
Eagles. That is Ethan Hedgepeth. Ethan Hedgepeth is, I believe, the 4th pitcher of the day for the Eagles. So that's Ethan Hedgepeth, and so
it looks like number 19.
Yeah, we're going to find out who that left-handed batter is here momentarily. Hopefully.
Number 19, Aiden Roberson.
That is Aiden Roberson, yes. I had him on my roster, but I had him Not on I had him towards the back of my roster. So there's Aiden Robertson. Good to see Aiden at the plate. 10-1 Yetis lead. Hedgepeth, the new pitcher. The Yetis in control here in Game 3, looking for the sweep over the Eagles out of Wake Tech, Raleigh, North Carolina Community College. Pitch to Robertson's high, 1-1.
And we mentioned
Wall on deck. Excuse me, Ron.
No, you're good. You mentioned a good baseball in Rutherford County. What about Cleveland County? Chris Burns, Kings Mountain, all ranked in the top 10 in their respective divisions. Was that Shelby's going to be a playoff team as well? So all 4 local high school teams heading to the playoffs.
Shelby much improved this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, team that only won 1 game last year. Coach Chris Emery's done a great job with that crowd.
1-2 count to Robertson, and he fouls it first base side.
And the thing I like about that too, Tim, and you watch the success of Cleveland Community, you go down and watch the success of our high school teams. Those two things can start to feed each other a little bit, and that's pretty exciting for our community.
Yeah, it's been great to see a lot of high school coaches here, Rob, in the county, along with high school players that have come to watch the games.
That's
that
right.
could be future Yetis. So you're exactly right. Pitch is in there, and a strikeout for Hedgepeth on Robertson, and that will bring up the one down, Micaiah Wall, who is now the catcher for the Yetis this afternoon.
49, Micaiah Wall.
Tico Pereira will be on deck. Rob, not sure about the media coverage or the coverage for the Region 10 tournament next weekend. Certainly there'll be a lot of social media coverage of the tournament.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
First pitch to Wall's low. What a job our crew has done all season long, giving you the sights and sounds of Yeti baseball. There's a shot in the gap, and it's going to be a base hit for Wall. Hit it hard, Rob, and he could be the winning run in what could be a possible mercy rule game now. At first is Wall, and that will bring up Tico Pereira here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, see if Tico can get out there and get something going again here in the 6th inning.
I like Tico. Rob, that music, I remember a couple times you've been in the classroom and I've heard that music.
That's right, absolutely.
To get you and the students fired
Gets
up.
everybody fired up. I love it. It's always neat for when you hear guys walk-up music in baseball now. I tell you what, love to hear the selections.
Hedgepeth on the mound, runner at first, 1 out for the Yetis. Pitch to Pereira's in there for a strike. Yetis on their way to Rob finishing their regular season at home, 15-5. Not bad in year 1.
Not bad at all.
It's going to be such a fun place in the years to come, along with our softball field. That's just a little ways. Oh man, that was called a strike. 1-1.
Yeah, Tim, we talk about the crew. I want to say a thank you to I know all the folks that are tuned in, especially I've been here a couple times. We've had people approach us from the state of Florida that have tuned in and able to check out the game. So
yeah,
we appreciate all them tuning in.
Yeah, I want to, as the next pitch is low, I want to thank all of our viewers that have watched Yeti Men's baseball this year from a lot of states.
Yeah, absolutely.
And have watched the games streaming after the broadcast and all the wonderful comments, and kudos again to the tremendous amount of work, the folks behind the scenes, our IT department at Cleveland Community College, our maintenance department, as this ball is going to go foul. Of course, the support of Cleveland Community College President Dr. Jason Hurst, Kristen Blanton, who works so closely with Jason, our marketing department,
That's
Rob.
right. Yeah.
There's so many folks, our athletic director, Kristen, so many folks involved throughout this season. And preparation times, Rob, we were in meetings when it was snowing at times.
That's right.
It was cold to get ready. This just didn't happen within a week or two.
You don't snap your fingers and something like this come together.
No doubt. Swing and a miss. Wall's going to steal second, but a second strikeout of the inning. And the catcher was talking about some interference he thought occurred there. Now there may be a discussion about that. Rob Pollard was saying he was interfered with on the throw. So as of now, it's 2 outs, runner at second. With there's going to be a discussion with the umpires about that.
We do know that Kel Sneathen will be at the plate if everything stays as
unless
is.
Wall's called out.
Yeah. Sneathen, so far in the game, single back in the second, flew out to center field in the third, had a sac fly to right last inning. Sounds like we're going to keep going.
Looks like Wall's going to stay at second, and a base hit here could end it. So here's Kel Sneathen. Rob told you about his day. It's been a good one. 2 down, runner at second. 10-1, the Yetis lead, bottom of the 6th. Here is Hedgemann's first pitch to Sneathen. The throw to second and safe. That was a close play at second.
Here's one thing I'd like to know about Kel Sneathen now, though. Is he a lyrical gangster?
Well, that's a good question. Maybe we can ask him post-game.
I think that'd be a post-game question for
Post-game.
me. Is Kel Sneathen a lyrical gangster?
Yeah, a lot of generations won't get that, Rob. Ball's in the dirt, and Wall will stay at second. Good stop by Pollard. (1-0) count to Sneathen. What a year he has had for the Yetis in 2022. It's a little bit high. 2-0 on deck.
It's like another pinch hitter,
yeah, we
number
got
11.
Another pinch hitter. It's Aiden Chandra. Rob, you're talking about a guy coming in Chandra who had 5 RBIs earlier this week in a game.
Right.
He's not even had an at-bat today. Hedgeman's pitch is low, and another walk. There's been a lot of them today for Wake Tech to Yeti batters. And here's Aiden Chandra with runners first and second, 2 outs. And another young man who has had a solid season for the Yetis comes to the plate. The Yetis in those blue jerseys this afternoon, the white numerals. So Aiden Chandra at the plate with runners first and second. First pitch is in there. Ethan Hedgemouth, the 4th pitcher, the freshman of the day for Wake Tech, on the mound.
Chandra, the 5th new guy into the lineup here for the Yetis.
There is a
What a
pitch at third base. That was a rocket to end the 6th inning. Great job. May have saved the game. 6 in the books. Yetis lead at 10-1. You are watching Yeti Men's Baseball live on YouTube and the rebroadcast on C19 TV. We'll head to the 7th right after this.
COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. Millions of doses have already been given in the United States, and these vaccines have the most intensive safety monitoring in U.S. history. If you have questions, get answers from a reliable source. CDC.gov.
No, I don't know. No, I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Well, it's a beautiful afternoon as we welcome you back to Yetis Athletic Park, the regular season finale, Game 3, and it's all Yetis. 10-1 over the Wake Tech Eagles. And, Rob, we've got a new pitcher in Bowden Witcher from Georgia as he comes in, the left-handed pitcher in the 7th. And one thing we know now for the Yetis, Rob, if they get 3 outs here, this one will end as we are in the 7th inning of the old Mercy Rule run, 8-run lead. Yeah, obviously, my math's not great, but I think Yetis have a 9-run lead right now.
They got a 9-run right now.
So, bottom line, 3 outs away.
Yeah, so this chance here to get 3 outs should do it. So,
good shot of the again of our Yetis dugout, and again, kudos to our whole production crew all season long. What a job they have done, and thanks to the guys in the truck. Couldn't have done it without them. So much hard work, bringing you the sights, sounds, music, the energy. I mean, we've had some unbelievable games in year one of this park.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like there may be a pinch hitter coming up for Wake Tech, too. That's number 7.
That's Luke Absher, who was the starting pitcher in Game 2 yesterday. So Absher will lead off, and it looks like he'll be followed by Bryson Wagner, another possible pinch hitter here. So we're seeing a lot of changes for both squads as we head to the top of the 7th inning. So Luke Absher, the right-handed batter, will come to the plate for Wake Tech, down 10-1. Yetis looking for their 3rd sweep and this season at home of an opponent. Witcher on the mound for the Yetis, the left-hander. So me and Rob are just trying to keep an eye on all the changes.
That's exactly right.
Been a lot of, but we know Absher's at the plate. The umpires are making a lot of changes themselves. Rob, it's been great to see the crowds we've had here at this park this season as well.
Absolutely.
Here's the first pitch from Witcher to Absher, and it's in there. Good pitch. Strike one, Absher smiling, and he and the umpire having a laugh. Rob, I think in a nice way, he said, I didn't like that pitch.
I think it was very, very kind how he responded there.
Yeah, that was okay. Swing and a miss, 0-2 to Absher. Absher may be the ace of this squad pitching-wise. So. He looked good yesterday. There's a ball that went right over the head of the pitcher. It's a base hit, though. And base hit for Absher, and he there's gonna be a another, I should say, pinch hitter coming in. Robin, here is Bryson Wagner.
That's Wagner now at the plate.
Yep, and Wake Tech needs 2 runs here to stay alive, keep this game rolling. So Bryson Wagner at the plate with a runner at first. First pitch is in there. Oh, 1 pitch. Here's a shot by Wagner into center, and there's out number 1 in this inning as Absher heads back to first. Good pitch from Witcher to get the pop out to center field. Witcher, the 5'10", 175-pounder from Loganville, Georgia.
Another pinch hitter coming up for Wake Tech.
Yep, here is number 34. This is Clay Brannick, the freshman.
Number 34, Clay Brannick.
Rob, both these teams have a lot of sophomores, so that we'll see a lot of new recruits and faces for both these squads in 2023.
Yep, absolutely.
First pitch in there is a strike to Brannick. And on deck now is Keelan Pollard, who is still in the game.
He's still in the game.
Yeah, Rob's scorebook's getting kind of wild now.
It is definitely marked up.
Yes. A 1 pitch inside to Clay Brannick, the right-handed batter. 10-1 Yetis lead, runner at first, 1 out. Top of the 7th, Yetis looking to get win number 27 on the season. Boy, Absher almost got caught there,
Yeah,
Rob, looking
nearly
down.
Going.
Absher's fired
Well,
up.
Ain't nothing like you got to get your jersey dirty, get your
Yeah.
pants dirty a little bit. So.
I think Absher's still fired up from yesterday's game, to be honest with you. He's a great athlete.
He sure is.
Next pitch to Brannick, a little bit outside. Bowden-Witcher getting ready for his next pitch. You see Absher there at first. Swing and a miss to Brannick, and 2-2 count now. And Rob, one thing about this field we were talking about as well, it's going to look even better next year as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
2-2 pitch. In the dirt, and Absher will advance to second as Wall can't keep it down. It goes over third base side, so he's in scoring position. And is that a full count now to Brannick?
I believe it is. Yeah, this is, like you said, Tim, this has got the potential to be a very special place to come out and have a nice day at the ballpark, check out a game. And
there's no doubt about that. Here's a shot, and it's going to get down, and that will score an Absher. Brannick with an RBI, and it's a 10-2 game now. Good piece of hitting. Absher scores. And 10-2 game. And, Rob, is that going to bring up another pinch hitter in this ballgame? It is, Zach Glover.
So Glover coming in.
Yep.
Number 30, Zach Clover.
So Zach Clover. Zach Clover at the plate, runner at first. 10-2 game now with one out. Brannick's at first. And, Rob, what happened to the wind?
It's amazing. Just decided to leave, didn't it?
Oh, I'll just say that. I would have loved to have this when we had our pizza a little bit earlier.
Absolutely.
One of the highlights of the season, Rob, 10-2 game, Andy Foster, his pizza went in the air on Wednesday. It went in the air, and it destroyed his scorebook, unfortunately.
Well, I understand.
No, that may go into the Hall of Fame, that scorebook with pizza on it. Here's a shot out in to left field. Left fielder will make it a easy play for out number 2. 2 down now, and I believe Wake Tech is down to their last out.
Yeah, I believe Cleveland County, the Sports Hall of Fame's having inductions again this year, starting back after being out for COVID. And
maybe the scorebook will
I think
make
the
it.
scorebook's going to be inducted now,
Yeah.
as it was able to field the pizza.
There's some, and we were talking about in the world of professional wrestling, everybody gets in the Hall of Fame, so maybe
that's right.
That'll be the way.
John Davenport.
Here's John Davenport.
So another pinch hitter.
You have the left-hander. 2 outs, runner at first, 10-2 game. Here in the top of the 7th. This one is popped up, and foul ball. Great sliding attempt there.
Big attempt
by
there.
Chandra, Rob, as he tried to end it. He slid right into the fence. Hope he's okay. But it was foul ball. Good attempt by Chandra. He just slid right into that fence. But after all that, Rob, it's a foul ball and a strike.
Right. Absolutely.
We have seen for both teams, Rob, at least, 8, 9 substitutions combined?
Yeah, guys getting a chance to play
here.
here.
It's great to see. Here's the next pitch to Davenport. It's outside. 1-1 count.
Next up will be a pinch hitter for you. It's going to be interesting to see who comes in. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, well, our intern. I think we start getting interns.
There you go. See,
we are. I'm excited about our new broadcast announcing class. It'll start in
Absolutely.
January, and so we could, in future years, we may just start bringing a new student in every
There
inning.
you go. There you go. Have them ready.
And some of our viewers may like that. As long as you stay. And
well, I don't know. Maybe I can get rid, ship me and you both off. It may be an exciting time for everybody involved.
You never know. We're getting a little bit older, Rob. Let's be honest.
That's right.
1-2 pitch to Davenport. Outside. Bowden-Witcher, the pitcher on the mound for the Yetis, trying to close this one out. Two pitches high. And who knows who's on deck right now for Wake Tech, because we saw Davenport just come running out of the dugout, Rob.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got a practice swing in there a minute ago. That was interesting. Davenport, a pitcher for this squad as well. It's low, and runners first and second. Now with 2 outs. And now, Rob, we have got Blaze Smith.
So Smith
is in with, he's a pinch hitter, and if he can get a base hit, he can keep this game rolling.
The game going.
Runners first and second, 2 outs. There's Blaze Smith's first at bat of the game. Witcher has walked a couple of batters. If you're Witcher, Rob, you just want to throw strikes right now.
Let him put it in play. I mean, thought about you getting the most trouble when you walk, guys.
So true. Next pitch is high.
Yeah,
and
ball up.
2-0 count. (10-2) Yetis lead over Wake Tech in the top half of the 7th. Next pitch in there, 2-1 to Smith. There's Witcher. Good shot of him on the mound. Inside 3-1, and Witcher could load this up, Rob.
I wonder if he does, if he's maybe the last batter he sees.
Mize is on deck, and Mize, as we know, Rob, is still from that.
He's dangerous,
He's
Tim.
the guy that could put. They're going to load him up.
Oh, goodness.
And the Yetis were just trying to close this out. All of a sudden, it's gotten a little bit more interesting. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And we'll see if Mize know it. They are going to bring in another pinch hitter, Rob, and this time we've got Michael Teague. So here's Teague, the left-handed batter.
Michael Teague.
So Teague, Rob, with a base hit, could keep Wake Tech in this game and make it a little more interesting. And your Witcher, you just want to get him out here.
That's it. You want to get this guy.
And all of a sudden, Witcher cannot find the strike zone. 1-0 to Teague. As that pitch is a little bit high. And now some movement over in the dugout. Maybe a discussion about this, Rob. As the ball gets away, runner is going to score, and we have got a 10-3 game. And one good thing to see, Rob, both these teams having some fun this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
10-3 game now. Wake Tech. And Rob will continue this game. That's one thing that we know, that we'll head into the bottom of the 7th. But Wake Tech wants some more here to try to make it maybe a little more interesting.
Keep piling on now.
And there's another walk. And let's see, we're going to have an infield discussion as we have got bases loaded again for Wake Tech.
And
it looked like initially there, Robert, or I should say initially, Witcher did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
and then
he came out well and
started having some control issues, could not find the strike zone. And so now on the top of the 7th, it's a 10-3 game. With the bases loaded, 2 outs. Infield is in to the discussion.
Yeah, Witcher's going to stay out.
And that's going to bring up Kel Laird, Rob, to the plate.
Laird's still in there, so
we've seen a lot of changes.
They sit here, and this
the
whole complexion of this game starts to change.
Yeah, you get 3 runs across here, and all of a sudden you could have a 4-run game here, Rob. you know, you made a lot of substitutions, and that's the thing. Sometimes, you know, you get a 9-run lead, you're feeling pretty comfortable, but sports just can be crazy things can occur.
Momentum shifts in a hurry.
And Witcher just couldn't find
He
the strike zone.
He can't find the strike zone right now.
1-0. And not to mention, Rob, you walk in a couple more batters, and it can get really interesting. Here is a pop fly that Pereira's going back into right, but he will make the play to end the top of the 7th inning. 6.5 innings are in the books, and it's a 10-3 game as the Eagles put a couple on the board after 6.5 innings, and that'll give us a chance to tell you about our C19 TV programs that you can check out each and every day on Spectrum Cable, or you can check them out online on c19.tv. And we will look at those here momentarily. All the great programming that you can check out every day. And, of course, Rob, we were talking about, of course, Armchair Quarterback will be back a little bit later on this summer in the month of August. Cleveland Connections. Deborah Blanton at Cleveland County Kitchen always enjoy watching each and every month. Pinnacle Academy's Dare to Soar. Summer Keever and Face the Music for your information. Meet me at the movies. Also, a political smackdown as the guys are on now for, I believe, their 16th year.
Yep.
School Matters, Talk of the Town, Woman to Woman, and Yeti Tracks. And, of course, the great thing, if you're not watching our games our games and our programming in high definition on Spectrum Cable, you can check it out on c19.tv. And, Rob, do we have another new pitcher now?
I believe we got a new pitcher as well. Yeah, and it was interesting coming out of the dugout. They had pinch hit so many guys. Took them a minute to figure out where they wanted everybody to go. So
yeah.
Coaches having to make sure everybody knew which direction they were headed.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out as well, Rob.
Tim, I'll be honest right now, defensively, I have no clue who's out there for Wake Tech.
Well, I know one thing. That's Jack Sell is the pitcher.
We know that one.
Jack Sell is the new pitcher, and the Yetis know one thing for sure, that they need one more run to put this game away.
That's
here.
right, absolutely.
There's Jack Sell, the new pitcher for the Eagles this afternoon. And we may have a variety of pinch hitters for the Yetis as well.
22, I think, is coming up for the Yetis, it looks like.
That's Ricky Dees.
See if he can get us a top 40 hit, Tim Foster.
Yes, there's nothing like, there was nothing growing up like listening to Rick Dees, Casey, Dick Clark, all of them. You can still hear them on some different formats from time to time. Broadcast outlets.
Yeah, good old Rick Dees, American Top 40.
So let's see if Ricky can end this one as he will come up, the Burgall, North Carolina native. 10-3 game. Kyle Murphy is on deck, Rob. He'll be another pinch hitter. Murphy's had a good year on the mound for the Yetis. First pitch from Sell almost hit Dees. It did hit Dees. It hit, and so he's the winning run now at first. Hit him on the foot. Sell to Dees, Rob. It sounds a little bit like maybe like a law firm, possibly.
It does.
Some kind of an investment group.
Sell, Dees, and Dees.
We probably got a couple of viewers that have just tuned in and thinking, what in the world are they talking
what
about?
What has happened?
Here is Murphy.
Murphy up.
Kyle Murphy. There's a grounder. Runner was going, and they're going to get the runner first as runner was already advancing to second. So runner in scoring position, 1 out. And is that Adair, Rob, at the plate? I believe it is. That is Caleb Adair with the runner in second.
Adair came in back in the 5th.
So this is Adair's second at bat here in the bottom of the 7th.
Struck out his first time up.
Sale at the plate. They're on the mound, I should say, as Adair's at the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss. Jack Sell, I believe, 5th, maybe 6th pitcher for Wake Tech this afternoon. Adair fouls it off. Kyrish Dawson, Rob, got the day off for the Yetis this afternoon, and that's another guy. You think about what the year he's had.
Absolutely.
And it's a certainly deep lineup with bats. There's a shot, and it's going to get down, and here comes the runner who is going to stay at third base. They thought about it initially, and I think Rob, with the runner there, he had to wait to see if the ball was going to land.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Runners first and third, and that will bring up Jack McKinney with a chance to end this ball game with runners on the corners. And it may only take a sac fly, Rob, or a pass ball to do it.
McKinney struck out looking his first time up back in the fifth.
So McKinney at the plate.
Gonna have an infield in, so
pitch is low from Sale. Jack McKinney from Rutherford, North Carolina, the Forest Central product. Runners first and third for the Yetis, 10-3 lead. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Yetis looking for their 7th consecutive home victory to end the regular season. Swing and a miss, 1-2 now to McKinney. Robertson on deck. Runners first and third. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Pitch is low. Runner is going to head down to second base and get there easily. That's a dare. So 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. There's a ground ball, and it gets by the third baseman, and that will do it. Runner will score, and that's the final in 7. The Yetis sweep Wake Tech this afternoon, 11-3. And Rob, it was great to see a lot of players for both the Eagles and the Yetis playing, but they get the sweep, a big win. They win 5 out of 6 versus Wake Tech. Big 11-3 win here this afternoon.
Yeah, huge win. And again, we talked about having that momentum going into the postseason play. Great win today. Now just carry on with what you've done so far and get ready for postseason baseball.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We want to certainly thank all of our crew. Again, Greg Tillman, Danny Morton, Justin Roper, Randy Evans, Ben Swafford, that have made Yeti men's baseball possible all season long. Our announcers, of course, big thanks to Guy Suttle, Andy Foster, Paul Foster, Rob. Thank you, my friend, for an unbelievable year. And I will say best of luck to our Yetis in Morehead City. They'll be at least the number 3 seed next weekend. And we wish them all the best of luck, Rob.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully we talk about the great success they have in postseason play coming up next.
Thanks for a great season, everybody. You've been watching Yeti Men's Baseball all season long, live on YouTube, and the rebroadcast on C19 TV. Thank you, everybody, and go Yetis in Morehead City.